colors.
Did you figure out the Casey Affleck bit?
Mm-mm. This is so official. Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tales from the Twitch Tavern. I am Rob. I'm the DM. Welcome. So happy you guys could be with us. I think we're on like stream 3 or 4. I don't remember. We've just been doing this for years, and by years I mean like 3 years. So hope everyone's doing great. Hope everyone's doing amazing. Do us a favor if you hit the like button if you want to like, subscribe. I'm not good on tech stuff, but you know what to do. Just hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. We love it because D&D is all about a community, and it's about what we do, and that's what makes this group so special. Is we have a group of 6 dudes. I think there's 6 of us, right? And we just love to play Dungeons and Dragons, but we like to play it our way, and we like to have a good time doing it. So, and we would love to have you guys be a part of our community while we do it. And while I mention it, we got people playing from all over, really all over the world, to include South Korea. One of our guys, Dameron, who plays the character Gojo, chilling out there in South Korea. So. Happy for anybody who's joining us. Last time we had a little bit of a promotion where had to do, like, if you basically said said a certain word, then you got a free painted mini from our resident painter, which is Chris. Nobody took us up on that, which is fine because it's like our second stream. But what we're going to do is he's actually painting something again tonight. And what we're going to do is, if you want to respond to it, if you want that thing, listen, all you have to do, all right, is make a comment. Right. First, you have to, subscribe to the page, but then leave a comment. And then he's going to send you not just one mini, but 2 minis. So I'll throw it over to Chris here. So, Chris, why don't you show the mini that you painted him last time, that you painted during the stream last time?
Yeah, last time was this awesome sumo frog toad doing a sumo. Really liked the way it came out. It's from Reaper Minis, Reaper Mini Paints. They're based out of Denton, Texas. And just come up. They have such high quality stuff. So I'm gonna pick something later on tonight to paint tonight. Just working through a little kobold horde that I've been working on for the last month and a half. But I'll get through it eventually.
The grind never stops. That's awesome. Well, cool. Yeah. So hit up. He's an amazing painter, and like I said, it's all expenses paid. We'll pay for it. You get 2 painted miniatures, and the paint is just absolutely phenomenal. Also want to give a shout out to Simmons. Hey Simmons, what are you drinking tonight? He wasn't.
I got myself a soul chelada.
Yeah, you do. What else you got with the tahini? Show them the tahini.
With
Listen,
the tahini.
we're rolling with the tahini tonight because that is what we do. All right. So shout out to our unofficial sponsor, Tahini, who is doing our sponsor stuff. They're not sponsoring us officially, but it's very unofficial at this point. All right. So cool. All right. I think that's about it. All right. We did the prize. We did our obligatory shout outs to our non-sponsors. Next we're gonna give it over to our recap. Mac he's our recap guy. And so he's gonna go ahead and give us the recap. Mac, go ahead. Oh, by the way, oh yeah, I do want to give a shout out to Mythweavers AI. They're a new startup, and they produce all of our pictures that you're gonna see tonight on the stream. Mythweavers AI, they're amazing. Mac, over to you.
All right. Good evening, fellow adventurers and esteemed viewers tuning in from across the realms. I'm back here to weave the tale of our latest exploits in the captivating world of the Dawn of Pergium. Let's delve into the highlights from our second session, shall we?
Let's do it.
Yes. So, as the dense fog shrouded the midday sun, casting an eerie dimness over the cemetery, our band of heroes stood ready at the gates. With deft fingers and a lockpicker's finesse, Zorman unlocked the path forward, leading us into the somber embrace of the graveyard. Surrounded by mausoleums adorned with cryptic initials and enigmatic riddles, we found ourselves pondering their secrets. Beneath the boughs where whispers entwine, a puzzle presented itself, and it was the sharp-eyed Mycanu who unveiled the first piece of the enigma, a rusty
Yeah,
key resting beneath a
Micro.
tree. Our fellowship, united in purpose, then it covered a second clue, a whisper from the ancestors themselves, leading us to the depths of a well. And what should we find but the remains of one Oliver, his last earthly possessions, a note from his mother, and a coin purse holding a metal figurine of a ranger. In a gesture of honor, our noble paladin Gavril laid the remains to rest, bringing a fleeting moment of peace to the restless spirits of the graveyard. As we turned our gaze to the mausoleum that bore both letters G and T, a sense of foreboding filled the air. With keys in hand, we unlocked the mystery only to be met by the cold, haunting eyes of Race emerging from the shadows. Steel clashed, spells flew, and the veil between life and death grew as thin as we fought valiantly against the specters. As the last wraith fell, the mausoleum's doors creaked open, revealing the treasure artifacts of our quest: the emerald hilted blade, the blade of kinship, and the light as a feather shield, the shield of concord, each holding secrets yet to be uncovered. And that, dear viewers, is where we drew the curtain on this chapter of our saga. And I'll turn it back over to our DM, Messing.
All right, dude. Great recap, Mac. Special shout out to ChatGPT helping us out a little bit there, but great.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, hey, we're unashamed of our sponsors that are unofficially sponsoring us. I don't know if we should have two opposing AI companies that sponsor us, but it's all good. Like whatever, it doesn't, right? It's like gonna be like a battle. It's gonna be like a bid war, right, between ChatGPT and this random startup. Anyways, so that's what happened. So the adventurers are currently they just got these two a sword and a shield from a crypt. And the reason why they got them was to hopefully unite the two cities of Tosco and Greenfield, who have been at beefing with each other for a little while. So that is where tonight's adventure starts out, is with that. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and begin. Welcome again to Tales from the Twitch Tavern, where the dice don't lie, and we'll see what happens. And love this game. Love this game. It's the greatest game. Never had a greater game than this. All right. Uh, so as mentioned, the party got the Blade of Kinship and the Shield of Concord, and they begin to make their way back to Tosco and Greenfield. The weather is perfect. They kind of the crypt, as you would expect a crypt or a cemetery to be, was kind of foggy and kind of dense and kind of had this dreary feeling about it. As the party kind of leaves that, they see that the sun, like where they're walking, so they're heading east or east to Greenfield Tosco, and the sun is setting behind them. But still, as they kind of emerge from the fog, coming down from kind of like where the mountains are, they look out and they see the sprawling landscape of Pergium, and with the beautiful trees and the beautiful leaves, as they kind of continue their journey, excited to get back to um, to the two towns. They make their way. They don't really take a rest during the night, and they travel through the night, and they begin to see the sunrise about 8 hours later. As they see the sun rise, I need all of my players to make a perception check as the sun begins to rise. Okay, great perception checks. That's sarcasm. Not great perception checks, except for our boy Reese coming in hot. Okay, and Gavril, good enough, but Gojo, Zoramon, and Maikaru, you guys are all kind of just blown away by the stunning beauty of this place as you guys begin to hear the sounds of the day begin to start, birds chirping and flying around, and a gentle breeze kind of flowing through the trees as you guys continue walking together, all five of you. And but Reese, you squint up ahead, and it seems through the trees you seem to hear in the far off. You can't see them yet. The sounds of people get like just this like a large like a bunch of people like seem to have gathered. And you can't hear them or you can't see them, but you hear them. Is there anything you want to say or do
Sorry.
about that? No worries, man.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to say there's some seems like a pretty decent group up ahead, and I don't know if we should hold off here for a second or something just to see maybe what's going on up there.
Yeah, perhaps maybe send one of our quieters, one of our stealthier companions, go take a look.
And
As soon as he says that, Microdoo starts like looking for like somewhere to like blend into the shadows.
okay, yeah, and you guys should be able to see the map of Pergium right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are coming out about like right here, honestly. Um, but I know it doesn't represent it, but it's kind of sparse. But you guys are kind of in the middle of the forest stuff. Um, uh, so that's where you guys are at. Thank you for putting a piece there. Okay, Michael, you kind of shrink into the shadows just a little tiny bit, and I'm guessing you're going to want to creep forward and kind of see what's going on.
Correct.
All right, yeah. Go give me two stealth checks. Perfect. You begin to set off, and you kind of going tree to tree, kind of going from bush to bush and kind of just like creeping through. You might say you're quiet like a cat. For those watching, Mikaru is a tabaxi, so this makes sense. You find yourself going through, and for those watching, you notice that he's not even making sounds as his claws, as he kind of works his way through the forest. Um, Michael, as you get closer, you begin to squint as you see what seems to be like, because if you guys remember, you guys followed a road to the graveyard. Well, you're following that back, and as you kind of look, you see the road go out into a clearing, and you see on both sides of the road, on the left side, you see people in like kind of like green flags flying, and then on the right side, you see like blue sleds like flying and blue tents and kind of and it seems to be like a commotion. You can't really tell. Again, you're probably about maybe 100 yards off from where you're at, and you could tell. Actually, I need to make a roll here. Nope, there's the new dice. Okay, make sure you guys can you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna hide that from you. Okay, so you kind of give me another stealth check, by the way. Mike. Okay, so you do the stealth check, and you kind of hide, but you see that they're kind of like you see them watching the road, and but you like they're looking your guys' direction, but they don't see you. What do you want to do?
Does it look like the road is just separating them? Like that's like a battle line?
It is separating them, but like as you look, you don't like nobody has weapons drawn or anything.
Okay. I will kind of scurry back as they're kind of looking in my direction, sneakily to kind of tell them, hey, we've got folks presumably from Greenfield and Tosco um, meeting up along party lines here. Perhaps we should get these artifacts back to them quicker, sooner rather than later.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
I,
At least maybe make our presence known.
yeah, I couldn't remember who exactly has what. Reese has the shield, right? And then who took the sword?
I have a grapple.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
Okay.
just before we move forward, do we think it's possibly an ambush, or is it more of a greeting party type deal? Do you think?
I didn't see anybody with their weapons drawn, so chances are more likely that they're not going to ambush us.
Yeah, if they're from Greenfield and Tosco, I imagine they're more concerned about each other than they are us.
Exactly. And from what I saw, did it look like there would have been an overwhelming um, number of forces when compared to us? Like there was definitely more folks from Greenfield and Tosco than there were us.
Oh yeah. There's like I'm talking in the hundreds from each.
Armies. Okay, cool. Yep.
Well, I wouldn't use the word armies. I would
Oh,
use the
sorry.
word people, like
Crowds, swarms.
crowds. Yes,
Okay.
intense. And you
Tourists.
you did hear the faint sound of like a violin playing and stuff like that.
Sounds like they're awaiting our return.
Yeah. Sounds like it's crossed.
Yeah.
They're,
So
they weren't ready.
I say, I think we can go out there, give them the weapons, and unite the towns.
Was Michael able to find any of the leaders? Like, did we see Lord Evergreen, anything like that? Michael, did you see?
I don't remember exactly what a leader look like. Eyes no work very well in broad daylight.
All right. Well, no better time like the present.
That's right. No present time like the time, like the better. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you guys want to walk forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah, you guys kind of begin to walk forward as you guys like walk through the trees, and you guys begin, and as you guys get maybe about 100 yards, you hear someone say, look, they're coming, and they got the red. Yes. And like you guys hear like the sound of immense like screaming and happiness and joy. I mean, the best way to compare this would be like the minute World War II ended in New York. So like you as you guys walk out, you guys are walking out like heroes, like standing out ovation as you guys walk out of the clearing. Everybody just starts clapping for you, blue and green, and they're just like, yeah, yes. They don't know your group's name, right? But they're just screaming, and people are like, men are coming up and shaking your hands. And so how are you guys responding to this like sudden praise from these two groups of people?
I'm living in it,
Uh,
baby. I got the shield, showing it off to people.
Just like walking around like,
Yeah, we did
"Eh,
this. Yeah.
eh." All
Shake my
Zimmerman's
right.
shake
just gonna be
hands.
real humble about it. You know, he's real humble. He's just
Yeah.
gonna shake some hands and say, "Oh no, thanks. Okay, all
Okay.
right, thanks."
Yeah. You shake some hands and
Kiss some
like,
babies.
oh yeah, you so no kissing the babies, but you do shake a lot of hands. And as you're shaking hands, you kind of uh, uh, like you're shaking like children's like shaking like grown-ups hands, and then like a little kid comes out and he gives you like a fist bump, and you go to fist bump, and you have this moment when you fist bump with him, and between his youth, you realize that like you are like you did something so much more than just get these two weapons. Like this little child's future is going to be united and going to be stronger because of what you did. And you don't necessarily become boisterous, but you definitely your heart grows a little bit during like that moment where you pounded it with this young kid. And you kind of continue on walking, and you all do. You guys continue kind of walking down the road. Again, cheers, and everybody's kind of cheering, cheering, cheering. And then you come and you see one of the individuals you recognize immediately to be Lord Tosco. Um, and he is standing next to someone who looks very similar to him, but he's just dressed a little bit differently. And you guys see Lord. Excuse me. You guys met with Lord Greenfield. You guys see. You guys met with Lord Greenfield, right? Or was it Lord Tosco?
Greenfield.
Greenfield. Yeah, that's right.
Greenfield.
Yep. So you guys see Lord Greenfield, Lord Evergreen. He's the leader of Greenfield, and then you see Lord Tosco as well, who you assume to be sitting there, and they're kind of talking. And they look up to you guys, both kind of smile, and as they smile, you guys realize they have the same exact smile. As they kind of, and then right behind them, it's really cool. It's almost like if you've been to Korea in the DMZ, where they have the building that separates North and South Korea, and they meet in them on the DMZ, and they have set up a tent in the center of this road. And so they kind of like welcome you guys in, and they say, "Welcome back, welcome back." I have to say, we weren't expecting this, but rumors spread real quick between Tosco and Greenfield, and our people, well, they've wanted unification for a long time. And Lord Greenfield pops and he says, "That's absolutely what they've wanted, and this whole unification has, and you are willing to go and risk your lives against our ancestors and the natures and everything, and to be." It really meant a lot to us, and it made us realize if strangers can come in and do this, even somebody from Surston, as he looks at you, uh, Chris, at Gabriel, and he said, even somebody from Surston is willing to risk their lives for us. The least we could do is start to work together. And now that you've brought back these weapons, and they both kind of hold out their hand as expecting to receive them.
Yeah, I hand over the shield
Yeah.
to
I'll follow.
Lord Tosco.
Okay. Yeah, so Lord Tosco takes the shield, right? And Lord Evergreen from Greenfield, he takes the sword, and as you do, you see that both of the weapons, they kind of like they don't have to go, like you guys each had to go through a like ritual when you attune to it. For them, they don't have to. It just like forms to their hand, and as you see them kind of, and then when they do that, they reach out and they shake hands like this with each other, and you know you can tell that a big moment has been made, and they say, "Well, I dare say that unification is well on its way. Um, However, we're going to have to work through a lot of things. We don't really feel comfortable having a leader per se, and Gojo, yeah, Gojo, yes, is that right?
Correct.
Uh, do you still want to be a part of the council?"
Yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Well, uh, we would love you to be a part of the council. In fact, between myself and my dear friend Lord Tosco here, dare I say, brother Lord Tosco, we would love for you to be the tiebreaker between us when it comes to settling disputes and for keeping the peace between us. You seem like a trusted agent. You seem like someone who has a level head on your head. You strike me as someone who has a little bit of a history with the ways of the court, if you will. Uh, how does that say to you? How does that sound, I dare say?
Sounds perfect and is along the lines of what I was envisioning. And I think it's needed for unification.
Yes, absolutely. And Lord Tosco, who again is he's wearing like a blue kind of blue armor and or like I should describe what they're wearing. They're both wearing kind of like chainmail, with like blue highlights for Lord Tosco and Greenfield. Um, are wearing green, and with the chainmail and the shield just looks magnificent. And they says, well, the problem is that this is going to be a pretty full-time job, you see. But we also realize that you are a vital member of this party. So what we have did is we've gotten with our wizards, and they've come up with this book, and he kind of hands you a book, and basically what it is, it's like he explains it to you like this. He says, when we have a problem or an issue, we will simply write it on our book, and it will appear on your book, and you will be able to correspond with us this way. It's a really brilliant technology. Um, and this way you could still do your adventuring thing, but yet still take care of helping us govern and figure out Tosco and Greenfield and how we move forward together. How does that sound, sir?
Perfect.
Excellent, excellent. Oh my goodness, everything is going as planned. I, oh, just tell them about it, brother. It can't all be good news. I guess you're right, dear friend. Well, we have heard reports have came in from us and also from our, I wouldn't call them friends, but distant acquaintances at Basel, that there have been reports of graveyards being ransacked, of tombs being destroyed, of being defaced, and it seems that they're searching for something because they don't really take anything, they just are destroying things. It's happened various places, various ancient burial grounds all over. This is very concerning. It's also a lot more concerning that many of our caravans are being attacked. We do travel, we do have hunting parties, and a lot of our religious figures who attend, everyone on these parties are being killed. But the interesting thing, the tragic thing, is that the only thing that's being taken is literature, books, especially books of the past, books that describe various ancient religious rites and stuff. And it is quite terrifying. It seems that when we investigate where these attacks happen, we don't find any of the enemy. However, we do have a report from a survivor. We had one survivor from an attack about when he kind of looks over his map, he says, oh, about 2 days west of here, excuse me, east, 2 days east, of soldiers in red and gold armor. We've also heard of monstrosities that cannot be described. We don't know where they're coming from. And if there's anything that could damage this newfound alliance between Tosco and Greenfield, it's some sort of existential threat like this. Well, don't be so damn melancholy, brother. You can tell them what we have an idea. Yes, I do have an idea about this. We've heard rumors, speculation. It could be Thurston. That's likely our thoughts. But if it is Thurston, they are a very powerful army, and we need a way to protect ourselves. And we've heard rumors, legends of a city up north, high in the mountains, inhabited, and he kind of looks around and he says, by dwarves. But, yes, tell him the but. There has to be a but, brother. Tell them about it. No one's ever returned from this place. That's why it's just rumor. We think it's about right here, as he points on a map, and he points to up here somewhere. And he says, yes, but nobody's ever came back. But if they are dwarves, I think the stereotypes of dwarves is they create great armor and they have magical, powerful weapons. And so I think as we begin to settle things here, fortify defenses, if you all could maybe travel up there, maybe win over make contact with the dwarves. I, dare I say, make an alliance with them. We have lots of wheat, we have lots of horses, stuff they don't really have an abundance of in the mountains. Perhaps you could argue for us, and especially you, Gojo, as a new member of the council. You carry with us the seal. You can speak with authority on these matters. What do you say?
I think that it makes sense, and I think one other thing we should do is when you guys are consolidating your forces for Tosco and Greenfield, we should also try and consolidate with Basil as well. See if we can get them on board, at least for a defense type of agreement. Not necessarily any type of unification we're doing here, but just to defend each other. Our way here, we did see some troops from Sursen on their way to a cemetery before we ran them off. And so it seems as if they were trying to get into the graveyard here as well. So it is affecting everybody.
Thank goodness you all got to them before those bast. It kind of looks over at you, Gabriel. I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Those jerks from Surfston. And he kind of looks at you and says, "Are you still trying to wear those colors, good friend?"
I was actually hoping to bring that to ask about that. Colors of Tosco and Greenfield seem like a pretty good combination.
Oh, and you see they kind of get like emotional because like for them it'd be the equivalent of like a colonial seeing like the Stars and Stripes for the first time. Like this is a big moment. Like this thing that they're hoping for reunification is like happening, and not only is it happening, but a fusion of blue and green. So they're just absolutely overjoyed. And he says, "Well, I am absolutely humbled that you would be willing to do this, and you strike me as a warring man, and I would love to give you the official title of captain of the guard of whatever shall we call ourselves, brother? Surely Greenfield Tosco doesn't sound good, and Tosco Greenfield sounds worse. We're not really a kingdom yet. What should we call ourselves?" And he kind of looks over at you guys. It's like, what should this new thing be called? Silence seems to be
Pergium.
Pergium.
Persia. Yes,
Pergium.
yes. The kingdom of Persia. Well, Gavin, you will be the first captain of the kingdom of Pergium. And with that, he kind of, he being Tosco, Lord Tosco, he kind of goes over to a trunk and he opens up the trunk and you see this beautiful. What armor do you have right now?
Oh, that's a good question. Chainmail.
Okay, so he kind of says, yes, you have some chainmail on now. Okay, and he kind of opens up his thing and he pulls out this beautiful plate. And this plate armor, it is fused with like blue, like this blue, like these blue highlights. And then um, Lord Greenfield, excuse me, Evergreen comes over, and he says, "Yes, this is delightful." And what he says, and then he kind of comes over and he kind of adds his own spin to it, and he says, "When you come back, we will have this set of armor ready for you, befitting of a captain. It is quite magical, and it will all be yours. But we have to make it fit you first. So, once you finish this little journey for us, and you come back in about a week, it'll be ready for you, for our first captain of the kingdom of Pergium."
I'm honored. Thank you.
And with that, he says, "Oh, but in the meantime, here's just another set of plate mail. You can just have it. It's just not fancy, but you can have it so you can get out of these damn colors." So he just hands you like a different one, so you don't have to wear the red and yellow anymore. Um,
Very good.
that's so funny. Besides that, man, just take these. So, okay, cool. Is there anything else
Got
you
like
guys want to
pulling it from an arrow.
say? Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys want to say?
Reese being Reese, I see Gavel getting his free things, and I kind of straddle up and ask how that first lieutenant position might be looking,
Oh,
maybe.
oh, yeah, a first lieutenant. I certainly would be okay with that, but you are good with nature, aren't you?
I think I'd say so. I think I'm pretty good with nature.
And this
Animals like me.
is
Oh,
this is Lord Tosca talking. He says, "Yes, because you're what's your class again?"
I'm a ranger.
That's right. That's right. And so he says, "Yes, I have just the thing for you." And he takes out a ring, and the ring it's a gold ring, and it has etched of like a Mustang on it. And he hands it over to you. And as he hands it over to you, you kind of look at it, and then um, you go to slide it on your finger. And as you do, uh, you this one doesn't require attunement. But he says, as a ranger, it'd be very befitting for you to have some sort of steed. 3 times per day, you can use this to summon a beautiful Mustang for you to ride. It'll be one of the finest Mustangs you could ever have. And it doesn't even live here. It's a real creature. And when it's hurt, it goes back to the Fae. But it'll be here for you. Befitting of a first lieutenant, and dare I say, the leader of our cavalry. Yes, he'll be the leader of our cavalry. Brilliant! I love how this plan is coming together. This kingdom of Pergium. Oh my goodness! And he says, yeah. So with that, that is what you kind of get from them.
And then I come to attention
Oh yes.
and I head off.
Yeah, you kind of head outside. And as you do, you kind of walk with a little bit more pride, and really because as you know, your character has memory loss about what happened before, and you thought you were doing this trial to prove your ability to, and you don't know what happened in the world, so you felt so much uncertainty. But now that you're doing this, like, and you got this commission, dare I say, a battlefield commission, you're actually like walking with a purpose, and you feel like you have a purpose to you. And as your heart beats a little bit uh, bigger with pride, as you see people kind of look at you a little bit differently as a first lieutenant. So cool. What else? Does anybody else want to do anything?
Hey,
Nikaloo.
you have any magical items back there?
For Frodo, I bring you the light of our brightest star. The file of Galadriel.
Uh, and they say, for a for you, dear friend, I don't quite. Oh, wait, no, we do have something for him, although it's not necessarily great. Someone of your techniques would probably find better things in Basil, to be honest with you. But we do have this ring of protection for you and make you a little bit more hardy. Just
Bag of kitty litter.
Does it? That doesn't count as armor, right?
nope, does
Cool.
not count as armor.
Cool. Ah, yes, exactly what I need. Will it slip over these furry paws?
Yeah, as you go to put it on, you see the ring kind of like rose, and then it like adjusts to your finger on the base of your finger.
Perfect.
Ah,
Get off the stream. Get him off. No, I'm just kidding. Get him out of here. Um. Okay, yeah. So you say perfect. You hand it. Cool. Anything else that anybody else wants to do?
Yeah. So I unlocked a gate. You got anything for me?
What do you mean you unlocked a gate?
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm part of the party. You know, I'm here to. I see you giving stuff out. I'll take some stuff
Hmm. Yes, you seem to be quite the sneaky one, don't you?
sometimes.
Hmm. What do we have? Yeah. Oh, I might have something for him.
Good.
Theodore?
Just give him
Yes, yes,
Theodore,
Theodore.
is that you? Oh, yes, it's me. Hello. And you see Theodore as he kind of walks in. And what's interesting is like none of you guys really recognized this, like that there's another individual. You guys see kind of a slender-looking figure with a green hood on, showing he's from Greenfield. And he kind of walks up and he kind of spins a dagger in his hands like this, and then he just kind of like makes it vanish. And he's just kind of doing this, and then he says, "It's all yours, different." And you kind of are like, and then you realize that he has put it on you, like he put it into your waistband.
I got reverse pickpocketed.
Pretty much, yeah. And as you go to you kind of pull it out, as you see that it is a like an ebony black blade with like a red stripe that goes through it. And the red stripe like seems to be glowing, like a red hue. And as you kind of look at it, it seems like it's warm. Um, and you don't really uh see like and it has like a brown handle with like black coming out for the what's that called, the hilt, not the hilt, it's the guard, yeah. And you see that and he also says, yes, and I think this would do you well as well. And he kind of does this, and you see like a sling manifest. And he just kind of, and then as he's doing this, he just kind of like, that was a one trick shot. I can only do it once a day. So here's this. As he hands you a sling, and like a sling and stone, kind of like a David Goliath thing.
Mm.
So
Well, Theodore, I greatly appreciate this, and I accept it.
yes, I didn't even see you sneak in here. That was the point, boss. That was the point. Oh, rogues, am I right? Anyways, I think we're about good for magical items. I think. Is there anything else that I can help you all with?
Think
Perfect.
I'm good.
So it's off to find the dwarves, is it?
I
Seems about that time.
They have a question.
Of course, Gojo. What's your question?
When was the last time you guys attempted to reach out to this or to explore this myth, if you will?
Yes, well, uh, that's the problem. Is it's everybody knows somebody who knows somebody who's been, but nobody knows somebody who's been or went. So I know for us in Greenfield, we haven't sent someone up in decades that I know of. I don't think, and I think. And Tosca's like, Lord Tosca's like, we sent someone up about a month ago. I was just kind of looking for a trade partner. Never returned. Oh, that was foolish, brother. Yes, yes, I realize now it was quite foolish. Thank you, brother.
you're sending. Okay.
Have you
Allow us to
guys
try to break the myth.
Say
have
again,
you
sir.
guys had any run-ins with any other people around here? Maybe druid types?
Well, there are a group of druids that live to the east of us and in the groves, and we have a very unspoken rule that they leave us alone and we leave them alone. But obviously, since you guys spoke of serfs and soldiers, then I do know the Serfstonians have been in there as well. And but we live in relative peace with them. We let them do their business, and we let ourselves do ours.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
All right. So you guys ready to go?
I assume we would be like long resting and then heading out.
Yeah, yeah. You give yourself a long rest, all that. Yep.
Yep.
Long rest. Give your hit points back. Give your spells back. All that. All right. Um. So now yes, you guys are gonna go ahead and travel up to see where the dwarves live. And so you guys begin your journey heading north, and as you guys kind of head north, um, you guys kind of follow. I'm assuming you guys want to follow the road up there.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
Yeah, it takes you guys about excuse me, about 7 days to get to about right here. Normally in D&D, as most people know, you travel each night. You know, you roll for random encounters. We're not doing that. You guys get to about right here, and you see like the mountains ahead of you, and these peaks seem to reach to the skies. With these snow-capped mountains, as you guys feel a cold breeze just swoosh down through the valleys and penetrate your clothing and make you feel intensely cold. But you do see in front of you what seems to be a small path that maybe a horse could go up. It is very, very small. And you guys begin your ascent up into the mountains. You guys travel up the mountains, and you guys got a good start out. You guys camped at the base in the morning and started hiking up the cliffs. And as you guys do, you guys are kind of perplexed about the steepness of the climb going up this trail. In fact, you wonder how people even go up this trail. As you guys look to your right, you see because so like you guys are going up, and the left side is a mountain face going up like 3,000 feet, and then to your right you see that there's a drop off going down at least like at least a mile. I mean, it is crazy the amount of drop offs. Nothing about this is safe at all, and you guys feel the cold wind just howling down as now you guys begin to step on ice and snow as a breeze from the east just swoops in, and you guys really get the feeling that you are freezing cold. And as you guys turn to look around, you look back where you come from, you realize you're so kind of deep in the mountains that you can't even see down into the land of Pergium. You really only see more mountains as you guys travel for about another. So for the total time from leaving in the morning, you guys are traveling about 8 hours. So it's about 4 or 5 o'clock at night, and you guys suddenly come around a corner, and you see that I have not added it to the maps yet. So I think O'Keefe could probably show the stream what they see. Um, should be loading here in a second. And so you guys come around. Perfect. All right. Again, there's snow, there's ice, and you guys see this. Except the door is shut. The door is completely closed. It is not open currently. Also, what you don't see is stacked on the walls seem to be these figures. And these figures are stocky. You can't really tell how tall they are. And I'd say where the perspective from the picture is probably where you guys are at as well. So you guys see these figures. You can tell they have helmets on, and it looks like they have some sort of like line going across their back, probably a crossbow. And they're kind of up on the wall, and the gate is shut. What do you guys want to do?
Can we tell if they're like, Dora, this is a perception or insight. Can we tell if they're like living things or like statues?
Yeah, it's a perception, brother. Give me that perception check. Yeah, you from where you're at, and you don't know if it's because you're cold or what, but you can't really tell if they're statues or not. Same thing with you. Yeah, Zormon and Gojo. It's just too cold. You guys are too far away, and you can't really see. Uh, Same thing with you, Reese. You can't really tell. Gavel, you really can't tell. Microloo, though, you kind of look like none of you guys can tell if they're statues or not. But Microloo, you kind of see one of them. He seems to be shifting to his left and to his right a little tiny bit. But even then, dude, like you can't completely tell, and you don't really know if like your brain's playing tricks on you or something. So
I let the rest of the party know that, hey, I kind of see some movement, but it's difficult to tell if it's like a sentient being or if, maybe the cold and the wind is throwing me off.
Must be the wind.
Very well, it could be.
Can we see any like like anything we can use to knock on the door? Anything like we can grab? Because I imagine if we use our hand, it ain't gonna do jack squat.
Well, I mean, the door it's pretty far away at this point. I mean, it's
Oh,
probably
okay.
about 100 yards, so you'd have to walk a little bit closer.
Okay. Before I walk closer, can we check for traps?
Yeah, you look around and you're kind of looking at the various stones and how they're stacked. I'm looking at the snow, and you don't really see any traps or anything.
That's what the wall for.
Mentioned to the party that I was like, "Hey guys, I'm wondering, what are your thoughts if we just kind of approach peacefully? You think that would go over well, or what are your thoughts here?"
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be better than like just brandishing weapons, I think.
Or freezing outside the gate.
That, yeah, definitely don't want to do that.
The temperatures are like sub-zero, like it's very cold out here.
Okay, well that's my suggestion to the party. I say we just walk up, as like definitely not brandishing weapons. We're just walking up, and we want to kind of like see if we can get into the city and talk to these guys.
Okay. Yeah, you as you begin to walk up, you're now probably at like the base of the stairs in the photo. You see that the people on top of the wall have not moved at all since you've walked up. What do you guys want to do?
So I want to kind of. Is there any like rocks or like any uh coverings I can kind of get behind in the back before walking up and
Uh,
kind of sit back there and watch?
I mean, you kind of see to your left a little bit of an outcropping of rocks right there, but even then, it doesn't really provide you with a lot of cover, a lot of hiding. Besides that, it's pretty open.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll just walk. Yeah, I'll walk forward with everybody.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys are all at the base of the stairs. What do you guys want to do?
You want me use Eldritch Blast?
No,
No.
No,
Okay.
no. I guess I'll go up there. Give it firm knock.
Okay. You.
I'll go with him.
Thank God.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna. Can can we see like any writing on the door or anything like on the arches or anything like that?
No, as you guys get closer, the one thing that you do see is you see like the imprint of a carving on the door of a very large but stout man with a large battle axe is what you see, and he has a huge beard. It's kind of what you see on the door. As you guys kind of make your way up there, you guys go to knock, and I'm not going to knock now because my dogs would bark. But as you guys knock, nothing happens.
What's the dwarvish word for friend?
I don't think anybody speaks dwarven.
How
I
could we?
speak dwarf.
What? How do you know
Speak
how to
dwarf.
speak?
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's so
Smart.
cool.
Do they have dwarf
Heck
where you
yeah.
come from?
Oh, that's so good.
I mean, my character speaks dwarf. Not me. Come on, guys.
Well,
No,
I
I
mean,
know.
if
I was
you do,
fair.
that's fine too. No judgments. D&D, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
No, if you, I mean, there are dwarves other places in the world. Just here, they're not really known. So it'd be likely your character could very well know dwarven or dwarvish.
Well, I do have a background of master of intrigue and blending in with communities, so I've studied a few languages.
Yeah, for sure. Makes sense. Okay. So are you gonna say something in Dwarven?
How about something like "Hello, friend"? May we come
Who
in
are you
and
talking to?
the figures or anyone that can hear us? I'm just gonna start speaking in Dwarvish and hope they
Okay.
hear me. I assume there's dwarves here. That we were told there were dwarves here. I was told there would be dwarves.
Okay. um, so you yell out in Dwarvish, that like, hello, we're here, we're friends, and after that, about like 15 seconds of whistling wind and all that, and silence, you guys hear the doors crack it from the center, and they open. And they stop opening as you now present them what you see here.
I kind of Mikadu kind of nudges Zormon and goes, "I could have done that with Eldritch Blast."
All right, so you guys want to walk through the doorway?
Yes.
Is there
Yes.
there's somebody behind the door, or is
You can't really
we
tell.
can't tell yet?
No.
Mm.
I want to walk through.
Okay. So I think everybody's walking
Same.
through.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
cautiously.
Okay. Yeah, you guys walk through, and as you do, you're kind of greeted by this kind of long valley in front of you, or not like I guess yeah, it'd be a valley. And you guys are kind of at the bottom looking up these mountains. And uh, as you kind of step out, you guys see as soon as you got out, the doors close. And as soon as they close, everybody make a dexterity save.
Sick.
Okay, yeah, I see some good dex saves. Good rolls, everybody. What? Yes. Yes. I got one more. One more. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? I think we're waiting on Dameron here. Okay. Holy smokes. I should take a picture of this. We got a 15, 15, 19, 16, 15. So great rolls on the deck saves, man. Um, anyways, as you guys see the door shuts, you guys feel the floor give out from underneath you. It splits open as you guys find yourself falling. The dexterity save was to make sure you guys landed properly. And as you guys land, you guys all kind of land like either on your feet or do like a cool like roll. But as you do, you realize you've landed on something like very soft. And as soon as you land, the door that you guys fell through closes, and you guys find yourself in the pitch black. I know some of you guys are like, "Well, I got dark vision." Okay, you can see that you are in a dark room, but as you try to get your bearings, suddenly you realize that the soft surface that you're on, which almost feels like a mattress, begins to like you begin to feel like a treadmill, like you're on the base of a treadmill, not having to run, but it's like all of you guys are like moving, and you guys are moving pretty quickly. And you guys are both like before you can realize what's happening, you guys it stops, and you guys look above you, and you guys see another gate, another door open above you. As you guys see the treadmill you're on begin to raise, sucks, and as it raises, you're met with a very, very strange sensation as you feel something you haven't felt in hours. That's warmth. You feel and you see the sun shining as you're raised above this hole out of the hole, and as you do, you find yourself in what looks like a city square. And the city square, it seems to be like there's people doing business, going back and forth in a market, and you see people hustling about, and you see the sunshine, you see these beautiful buildings, huge buildings. The streets are perfectly clean, and everybody give me a perception check again. Oh my gosh, great rolls, except for you, Mac, but everybody else is great rolls so far. Let's see, one more. We got one more perception. I think from from Gavin.
I,
Or
I,
from Reese. Yep, from Reese. That's right. So, Zoroman, you are kind of like just kind of stuck. Like in your brain, you're like, oh my gosh, it is wicked warm right now, and we are in the north in the mountains. How's this possible? Everyone else, you guys are looking around and you are realizing that you don't see any of these supposed dwarves. But what you do see is you see other humans, elves. You guys see some halflings. You guys see some tieflings. You guys see some dragonborn. But you guys don't see any any dwarves. What do you guys want to do? Oh, you definitely see some black dudes, and there are no tabaxi, but there are some black dudes for sure. They're playing dominoes. No, I'm just joking. They're not playing dominoes, dude. They're just hanging out, just like everybody else is hanging out. That was funny. Anyways, oh, they're playing spades. Okay, Dammer has corrected me. They are playing spades. But everybody's playing spades, right? And there's you guys see a whole group of people playing spades over by what seems to be some sort of tavern or something. And yeah, and that's what you guys see. What do you guys want to do?
Um,
Going to the tavern.
Okay.
so
Oh,
I want
go
to
ahead.
go into an
Oh,
alley off to the side where
yeah.
nobody can see me, and I'm pretty sure I have disguise self.
Oh, okay.
Um, and I want to turn into a dwarf just to see like what everybody's reaction is and be like, kind of
Okay.
what's going on here. But
Yeah.
I want to start there.
Okay. Yeah. So, Dameron, you kind of headed into the tavern, and the tavern's called the Lucky Tavern. And for you, Reese, you kind of go into a back alleyway. And give me a stealth check. See me you in here stealthy. That's brilliant, by the way. Oh, I love D&D. You can never predict what people are gonna do. I love it. Oh, perfect. Yeah, you kind of like look around, and then you kind of slip into the hallway or into the alleyway, and you kind of go behind some barrels. And you look at the barrels, and this is some like you can smell the alcohol from these barrels, and it is because it's right next to the tavern, and it is like you could smell the quality of the alcohol. As you kind of begin, and you now have made yourself look like a dwarf. What do you want to do now, Reese?
I'm going in the tavern. I'm going
Okay.
in.
Oh my gosh! So the best part is you didn't tell anybody else that you were doing this, so you just did it, uh, which is hilarious. So you
Did
walk
I
in.
see him do it? Because if I'd seen him do it, I would like to follow behind him. If
You
not, then I'll just stay where I'm at.
give me a perception. Give me a perception check to see if you would have seen him be stealthy. Yeah, you don't see him. You don't see him. You guys do notice that you guys are down somebody as you kind of make your way into the tavern. You guys are singing a song. Everybody seems to be very happy. You know what I mean? Everybody seems to be very happy. Is that all of a sudden you guys see this dwarf walk in? What do you do once you walk in, Reese?
Kind of look around at everybody to gauge uh, some reactions.
Nobody really looks at you any differently that you can
Then I
see.
want to go to the what's it? I don't
I
know what
want
it's
to talk.
called. The bartender, basically. Oh, to me or
Yeah. So when I see the dwarf walk into the tavern after me, I want to talk to
Okay, you kind of walk up to the dwarf. What do you say to him?
him. So I'm gonna say, we noticed coming in here that speaking dwarvish, opened the door, and what may have been appeared to be dwarves like up on the gate. Is this like your home that you created for everybody?
kind of look around and it's, it's me. It's me. It's Reese.
I don't tell anybody else. and I don't I don't want to blow his cover, so I just like shake his hand, and then I'm like, oh, okay, thank you, and then walk off, just to keep it like,
Keep it casual.
cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you kind of keep it casual. And yeah, as you guys are kind of sitting there, kind of you make it back, and the bartender brings you guys some drinks. You notice he doesn't. The bartender, it's an older African American looking, darker skinned black guy, and he kind of has his white sleeves rolled up, and he comes over and he gives you guys each a drink, and you notice he doesn't ask you guys to pay for it. He just gives it to you. And he says, well, hey everybody, hey, there's some drinks for y'all right there. Hope you enjoy it. It's some good stuff. Y'all seem to be well, right, leave them alone. This is my opportunity. As you guys look and you guys see a white guy standing about 5'10". He has this sandy hair, and he's wearing like a tan top and tan shorts with these weird boots. And he says, "All right, allow me to introduce myself. How's it going? My name is Dylan. Pleasure to meet you. Y'all seem a little new around here.
Got that right.
Well, welcome. We're always interested to get new people in here. How are things going? Out there in the real world."
Could be better.
All right.
Why did you refer to that as the real world and not here?
Well, you say. Well, I'm in a little bit of a different circumstance here. I don't know why I went southern just now. It just happens sometimes. That's actually what he's saying, by the way. He actually does that. And he says, well, all right. Well, this is a little bit of a different place here. All right. You say the dwarves? And he kind of looks over and he says, and he kind of points over towards like the one dwarf in the bar. He says, the dwarves don't really let us leave. They keep us here. They're afraid of, being exposed. So they keep us here, but we are very comfortable. It's not under harsh circumstances. It's great. It's real great. It's real fine.
Are you guys the people that have been sent here to explore and you just can't leave?
All right, you bet they're right. I'm from a great place called Thurston, one of the most peaceful places you've ever spent. Got me a lovely lass back there. Wonderful. She's pregnant with a baby. Really excited. It's going to be a baby Joey. Well, I guess he's probably not a baby anymore.
Dylan, when were you sent here?
Oh, mate, it's been about, oh, smokes, 19, 20 years.
20. Are you
What
sure?
was her?
What were things like between Tosco and Greenfield when you were?
Oh, my, all arch enemies. The worst you've ever seen. Hated each other. It was like the worst you've ever seen. It was like a cat and a dog, those two.
What about Surson before you left?
Great place. Catch a good wives. Beautiful blokes. Beautiful lasses. Everyone was beautiful. Wonderful place. Never seen anything better. Lots of animals. Great animals. Love animals.
Yeah.
That, what?
Can I do a history on that? See if what he's saying checks out, or if he's probably been there longer than like 20 years.
Yeah, go ahead.
See if time works a little bit differently. Oh, I've got no clue.
You have no clue.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, I'm 20, but or 25 maybe. I don't know. Characters, but yeah, I guess I don't remember that time period. No worries.
No, it's before your time.
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
before you probably talk about it. Makes sense.
It's really changed, but yeah,
Well,
you see, no one has that accent anymore. I don't know what happened. The cool guys all left, I guess.
Oh man, breaks me heart. Hope me wife and my son's all right.
What's the names? Maybe I know.
Well, my wife was named Glenda. My son's name was Nigel.
Yeah, can I check on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you want history or nature.
History, please.
Try again.
Yeah, nothing. Nope.
Yeah.
I wanna look around for anybody in blue.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I have to do a perception, or
Yeah,
can I
perception.
just like?
Yep, give me a perception. You don't really see anybody in blue or anything. Nope. Or green.
Hmm.
Everybody
So,
seems to be wearing like normal, just like everyday, like Middle Ages clothes.
so Dylan, one more question before I let you go.
All right.
Has anyone spoken to the dwarves? Is there a way to see them?
This is exactly why I came to talk to you. I actually work for him. I'm gonna take you guys to your new house.
No, no, that's cool. We just like
No,
to see him.
mate, you don't understand. You got a new house. All of you. You got it's for all you. It's a new flat for all y'all to enjoy.
Oh, that's great. But you see, we have duties. We have things we got to get to back in the real world.
Of course, but this is actually, and he says, "Do you mind if we kind of step outside a little bit, have a little bit of privacy?"
Sure.
Excellent. And he kind of usher you guys out. So you guys, for Reese, what are you doing? Are you going to follow them out? It's just is hilarious. What do
Do
you
I
think,
follow
Reese?
out Gavin and the guy, or is it all the whole party?
The whole party's going with him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I try and sneakily kind of get out there to
Okay. Well, as you get out there, he says to you guys, Gojo, he goes, "Gotta get away from the bloody dwarf. He keeps following us."
Yeah.
I'll go over and privately talk to Reese, and I'll just say like, um, you know, can we have like just a few minutes of privacy?
What do you say to that, Reese?
he shakes his head no, but he's going to go back in the bar. In the
Okay.
tavern, sorry.
Um, all right. So once he's gone, and you guys see that you guys kind of go to like a quieter, more private part of the market square. And Dylan, he says, "All right, check it out, mate." He says, "Well, tomorrow, after you've had a good night's sleep in here, you got to mate with the king of Mountainside. He's a dwarf by the name of Orfrost. He's a
Okay.
really
What's a mountainside and
this is the town of
or
Mountainside.
frost
Yes, Orfrost. O-R-A
or a
Frost.
frost?
Orfrost, yes. All right. So you're gonna mate with him tomorrow. He's gonna talk to you about you. He's gonna tell you the ground rules. But here's the thing. While we love this place is fantastic. It's one of the nicest places you've ever seen. We can't leave. Ah. So it's not Ornal Frost, it's Orfrost.
Or frost.
Orfrost. Just there's some whispers going around. I just want to specify for the thing. Orfrost.
Oh,
Anyways,
okay, got it.
and he says, anyways, so I get distracted sometimes. But anyways, we would love to leave this place. And Orfrost keeps us under lock and key. But the thing is it's actually quite nice here. Weather's always nice. I just love to go back and see my family. And same thing with the rest of these blokes. We love to go out and experience a little bit of the world again. But unfortunately we can't. So we're hoping I'm hoping maybe you could argue, perhaps get away in and earn our freedom, perhaps. I do have a little bit of a piece of information.
Sure.
So, Orfrost, rumor has it that they had a little bit of a love thing going on with, and he kind of leans in, he says, a frost giant. A dwarf and a frost giant. I guess her name was Freya. The problem with Freya is that she was married. And the frost giant husband found out. Danger, danger. Bad news bear. Real bad. Well, it's quite the controversy. But Orthos doesn't know that people know. And he would not want that information to get out. So maybe you can use that as leverage, perhaps, when you mate with him. But understand this: Orfrost is a good man. He's just very protective of his people. Does that make sense?
What keeps you here? Like, is there like a magic thing, or is it the threat of violence?
It's a little bit of both. We do know if we stay here, then we will, of course, we'll have it good. We have lots of recreation activities. Well, I mean, we're essentially free in every sense of the word. The problem is we can't leave. But the threat of violence, and there is a pretty strong wall that keeps us here. And then he kind of like points, and you see like through the buildings, you see the wall, and you see the wall is being actively patrolled by dwarves. Um, and he says, so, mate with Orfrost, maybe you can leverage it, maybe a little blackmail, and maybe you could possibly arrange that we could get released, or at least have some sort of time to go back and see our families.
And correct, if I misheard or didn't hear correctly, what is the point of you guys staying here, like a sense of family and community
No,
buffer from the
no,
outside
mate.
world?
No, mate. It's to
They're-
make sure that no other people come up here to Mountainside. The dwarves are very scared of outsiders, but they don't want to hurt us. This is why they provide for us. In fact, we have better accommodations than the dwarves do.
Well, Dylan, I'm not sure if you're tracking, but the secret's out. I mean, pretty much everyone knows there's dwarves here. Do the dwarves know that everyone knows the dwarves are here?
Well, whether they know or not, the reality is they get left alone, and it seems to me that's what they want.
Well, there's something heading this way.
They what's
True.
up?
Well, something bad. And
Indeed.
your hometowns, at least mostly the blame, 99%. But
Boy, the town of Surston to blame for nothing but outside a great sun and great waves.
yeah, like I said, things have changed in 20 years.
Oh,
I would
pisser.
not. I'm from Surfing too. Um,
Oh, fella Surston, tell me, mate, how are the waves out there?
bro,
And do
I
do
hate to say it to you, they took down all the beaches are gone. It's all docks and navy ships. But
my pisser.
yeah,
He's like,
there's no waves. Everything's levees.
you literally take the wind out of his sails at home, mate. Well, I
Yeah,
gotta get back there.
I heard
Jesus.
stories about it once upon a time, but as
Oh,
long as I lived, it's been basically a military installation.
oh, mate.
I'm sorry to ruin your day.
He is like devastated, and he says, "Well, I guess that, well, mate, I guess that says that we just got to get out of here even more.
Yeah,
So, I beg you, now, please walk with me. I'll show you where your house is. I think you'll like it. For now, to stay and to rest before you go before all force tomorrow.
yeah, it sounds great. Is there a bathroom in my house?
Oh yeah. You guys have indoor plumbing.
Okay, perfect. I need to go pee.
Okay, sounds perfect. All right. Okay. So you guys, and like I said, if you guys gotta take a quick bathroom break, go ahead in real world. Go ahead. We're gonna keep the stream going. We'll keep playing on. So cool. All right. Yeah. You guys. Is everybody kind of cool? Okay. Well, we still have Reese. Reese, what are you doing right now? You're back in the tavern. What are you doing? You notice that like people aren't really like looking at you. They're not talking to you. And if you go to sit down at the table, they just all get up and move.
I want to see like what bad things they might be saying about dwarves.
Okay. Give me a perception. You get the feeling You swear that you're hearing them describe ways that they could kill you. Vivid ways.
I want to. There's a bathroom in the tavern, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Is there a way I could barricade myself in the bathroom for the moment?
Yeah, yeah. You kind of work your way to the bathroom, and you shut the bathroom in a panic. And you look, and you kind of like barricade yourself in there. Now, what do you want to do?
I want to undisguise myself and leave the bathroom as if nothing happened.
Okay, yeah, you undisguise yourself and you walk back out, and nobody's really pays much attention to you, at all. In fact, you don't realize that they're not even really looking at you. It's like you don't even exist.
Yeah, and I'm just like, that freaking dwarf in there, that's just. And I walk out the same door that they walked out of, and I just get out of there.
So for those not tracking, he rolled a 1 on his perception check. So that's what makes that so good. Really hilarious. Yeah, you walk out and you see you catch up in the middle of this conversation where it basically says, "My, they got indoor plumbing. Some of the nicest indoor plumbing you've ever seen. Great indoor plumbing." And he says, "Oh, right, who's your friend?" And he kind of reaches out his hand to shake your hand.
Take his hand, and yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, cool. All right, so is there anything you guys want to do before you guys get shown where your house is?
You said there were like was it smiths, like weaponsmiths and armorers here, right?
So there's no weaponsmiths or armorers, no. But there are
Okay.
like selling like lettuce and tomatoes. And it is a nice 76 degrees with about 0% humidity.
Is salad smiths.
Mm-hmm. You look at one that says Salad Works. Speaking of Salad Works, when I'm feeling hungry and I'm feeling like I settle for nothing else than Salad Works, the official sponsor of Twitches from the Tail. No, they're not the official. Anyways, keep going. Okay. Um, Shameless plug. Oh, by the way, if you want the free minis from Chris, just say free minis. Just send us a chat. I realize I haven't done that yet. Free chat. Just say free minis. Just send it to us. We'll contact you for anybody watching the stream, and we'll send you 2 free minis painted for us. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Okay, you guys make your way to the house, and the house is absolutely beautiful. It's a 3-story house, and it like looking on the outside, it's probably about 4,000 square feet. Um, as you guys are kind of brought in and to the house, and Dylan says, "All right, mates, we'll enjoy your stay. The dwarves will be able to pick you up about 8 o'clock in the morning. Once you go with them, you're gonna head over there to seek Orfrost. Remember our little secret. Have a great night. If you need me, I'll be about 4 houses down on the left." And with that, you guys are kind of left in this house. You guys kind of explore. You guys don't really find anything of note. You do find a library, but there's no books. And but like you guys did see like a bookstore earlier in a library like earlier, so you see the ability to collect it, but you can tell that the shelves have been left empty, so you could basically put what you want there. But you guys each are able to find your own room. Is there anything you guys want to do before you guys go to sleep?
Yes.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Who is it that has that magical journal to talk to? Is that
So,
Ojo, right?
yes,
Joe.
but it doesn't work if I initiate.
Son of a gun. They don't need to know that. So write in that book, exactly that, and just say like, if we don't return within a fortnight, tell everybody the secret of Mountainside, and yeah, and what's going on with old Orfrost and Freya.
I think that I have a contrarian thought.
Okay.
I mean, coming into somebody's house, like imagine if somebody knocks on your front door, right? And they say, do what I say, or I'm going to tell the world your biggest secret on Facebook, or Tavern Book, or something.
Yeah. So I don't.
You're probably going to kill him.
Yeah. So that's not my plan. That's more of a backup plan. I'd rather tell them about the very real threat of Thurston collecting artifacts and trying to take over all of what we're calling Pergium. But as a backup, a little coercion may at least get us home. So that's just a plan B. I mean,
It's a new.
we've already so far gone all the way to like plan J. So I think at least have a good idea.
All right. What does everybody else think about that? I'm a little hesitant to. We'll see how the conversation flows.
Absolutely.
But, I'm still just hesitant on like coming in a threatening manner to a person who we're in their house with his army.
Well, I agree that we don't want to like lead off with threats. We want to give them the actual truth first.
No, yeah, definitely. Honesty is the best policy. When that doesn't work, we lie through our teeth.
That, yes. Confidently, by the way.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I suck at lying, so if somebody else wants to tell that.
So
Yeah,
Freya
I
is
can talk.
oh, sorry.
Don't we have like a politician, Gojo? Aren't you like really good at lying?
Yeah, I can talk.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna tell him that Cersei has weapons of mass destruction.
Oh no, it's Pergium 2003.
That's so funny. Fool me once, shame on me.
Can't get fooled again.
Fool me, I can't get fooled again.
Oil? Who talking about oil? What you talking about oil for? What, you doing some cooking?
Playoffs? We talking about playoffs?
Playoffs. That's like one of Simmons' favorite things to do.
Oh yeah.
All right. So do you guys have a kind of a game plan for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess
tell
tell the truth and try to lie our way out.
Okay. Sounds good. Dameron, when you do go to kind of write that, you do see a question in your book, and I'll let you, if you want to say the question out loud, you can, or you don't have to.
Can I read it to myself first?
Yeah, you can read it to yourself first. I send it to you in a whisper.
We're all in rooms by ourselves, right?
John's,
Yes, you guys are in rooms by yourselves. Yep.
No one wanted to share a room with me.
Oh, I did. I don't know what's up.
All
with
right,
that.
so house meeting.
All right, you guys share a house meeting. It's eerily similar to like real world back in the day. Anyways, go ahead.
So I read the question: what age should people start working the fields in Pergium? Is the question that we got. I'm thinking, 12, or is that 21?
What, 3?
whoa. Gotta start them
Well,
early,
work
man.
Not
fields
legal law. I mean,
allowed.
I was thinking like 14, 15.
Do we know if this is, are they talking about Greenfield specifically or just anywhere?
Well,
I
yeah.
think since we're uniting, it'll be Pergium, Greenfield, and
Mhm.
Tosca.
All right.
So this is a dispute between them.
Well,
I think you should go by life expectancy.
Ooh, what's the normal equivalent for child laws at this day and time?
It's whatever you
I
want it to
think
be.
we set the standard.
It varies. It varies. Yeah, whatever you guys want it to be.
I say 15.
I'm gonna go 12.
unless they're plowing, unless they're working the fields of their guardians' property, In which case, it doesn't really matter. But you could probably throw in all that stuff about Orfrost
Yeah.
in your answer. You know,
All
I'm
right,
not
so
sure the send button works, but like,
I think as soon as I write it, it sends. So there's no way to delay
so
it.
just don't put the period at the end until you're done.
It reminds me of the old Bob had a
Just punch
baby, it's a
your
boy. It's like a collect call back in the day. State your name. Bob had a baby, it's a boy.
So I don't know if it's as I'm writing in the response, it is populating, or if it's like punctuation and send, you know?
I guess
So
we'll
there
see.
will be, yeah, it would be a very
Well,
risky thing, but
we should assume fringe rules, and they see it as it populates, like as you write.
all right, so we're settling on 12. Michael Rue,
I
what you
say
think?
12.
This upcoming generation, soft.
8 it is.
Now
My
maybe
day.
maybe the younger ones can have less hours. You know, they just do like 4 or 6 hours or something like that because they got to go learn stuff or something.
Well, like the short ones can go fetch the eggs in the mornings. You know, like the young ones, like 5,
Um,
because that's like a
So,
short. They
all
don't
right,
got
so
to
I'm
bed
gonna
down
say,
for it. Like,
you got to give them a stick though, because the chickens they like to attack you. So you got to give them a stick to pop the chickens.
all right, so I'm gonna say 12.
Okay.
12, starting off with minimal hours relative to their older peers, because we don't want a culture of, and they gotta be paid. They gotta be paid.
So as you start to write that, you write 12, and 12 glows, and the rest just disappears as you write it.
Oh, dang. So we can only write quick responses.
So
Or that's what
Well,
we're
next time
assuming.
you might want to start off with an explanation and then give your answer, and see what happens on that.
Yeah, maybe if I put the explanation. All right, I want to write test in there.
as you do, it just kind of disappears.
No, you gotta. I mean, next time you get something from them, give an explanation and then
I
the
just
answer.
didn't know. I was trying to check if we, can give 2 responses if it's the same topic.
Good test. Good test. I like this science. I like it.
Um,
So we deduced that whenever I give an answer to the question, it ends. So far. All
You're a deduce.
all right, a lot of deducing going on right now. All right, yeah. So, do you guys want to settle in for the night? Anything else you guys want to do?
Yeah.
Since I'm kind of like by myself, I'm gonna pull out that black dagger that I've kind of been stashing
Yes,
away,
yep.
and just kind of look it over now that I've got some time to myself.
Yeah, and you pulled that from the Surfstonians, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ones that we fought in the woods.
Yeah, you kind of pull it out, and you, as you're kind of investigating it, a black smoke, kind of like a black shadowy smoke, kind of comes off of the blade, but you can't really tell anything else about it.
How does it feel like in my hands? Is it balanced? Can I twirl it around?
Yeah. You kind of put it in, and you feel a little bit quicker with your jabs and your slices and your stabs and all of that with the dagger. You definitely feel it faster. Yep.
as all things should be.
Fantastic. Okay. Um, is there any inscription on it? Anything written on it? Inscribed in there? Are there any jewels? Is it ornate?
It looks like very similar to what you would see like in modern, like an Arabic almost blade, where it's kind of like curvy, and then it has there isn't really a jewel, and the handguard's pretty small, but the stuff that goes around where the handle, it's like a black leather, and there, like I said, it's supposed to just like a black dagger, and you feel like light kind of soaks in the black, like the or like it just kind of takes away light. Like it's kind of a darker thing. Does that
Got
make
it.
sense?
Okay. Yep. It kind of like dims everything around it.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good way to describe it. Yep.
Okay. Cool. After I kind of go over it, I'll kind of slide it back into my possessions, and I'll
Okay.
prepare for bed.
Sounds good. As you do, give me a perception check, Simmons. You swear you hear someone whisper, and then you kind of like look around and can't really figure out where it came from, but you do hear that. All right. So, anything else anybody else wants to do? I'm assuming just go to sleep.
So did you say there were books here, or there were only spots to like put books?
No books, only spots to put books. Yep.
That answers my question.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do. I'm the DM. I answer questions. Everything's a question. No. So okay, cool. Well, don't really hear anything else. So I'm assuming you guys kind of have to sleep. You guys notice that the beds are insanely comfortable. The down comforters are perfect. Everything is delightful. You never had a more comfortable bed. Um, and you guys sleep through the night perfectly well. You guys wake up in the morning. Um, Smelling like Pete. No, you guys wake up in the morning, and you wash your teeth. Well, you brush your teeth with a bottle of. No, you don't do that. You guys wake up at about 8 o'clock in the morning. You guys hear a knock on the front door. About 7:45 actually.
Go ahead. Answer it.
You answer it, and you see about 8 dwarves in full plate, with shields and axes. And the lead one says,
We represent the
the
lollipop.
lollipop guild, the lollipop guild. It's just a dance. No, he he says, "Boy, come with us."
Ooh, that's a different voice. Okay. Eh, sure. You want
Well,
all or just me or
all of you, please. Welcome to Mountainside. Pleasure to have you. As he kind of ushers you guys out, I'm assuming you guys all walk out,
Yep.
carrying your weapons and stuff. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, you guys walk out. You guys make your way through the little uh, through the neighborhoods and such, and oh, excuse me. You guys are brought to a gate. The gate opens for you guys, and you guys, as you guys step through the gate, you're kind of like wary because you're like, "Ooh, I don't really want to fall through this again," but you guys don't fall through. And as soon as you guys cross the gate, and you're in the, as you're supposed to be the dwarven part of the city, the temperature drops by about 80 degrees. It's freezing. You guys notice it doesn't affect the dwarves at all. But yeah, even though it's really cold, the dwarves and mountains are still going about business like they would, just like they're inside. So it's kind of like a crazy juxtaposition between the heat. And as you guys look back, you guys like look back towards the wall, like where you just came from, so you can kind of see over it as you're walking away from it in the city. You guys look back, and it just looks like a stormy. Like you can't tell that there's a beautiful thing back there at all. It just looks like there's a wall, and then it's just like mountains and coldness. But anyways, you guys make your way, and it's not long before you find yourself in the castle. And the castle is this beautiful Gothic architecture with numerous spires, and the spires are jagged, but they're all very thick, very well made, very ornate. As you guys see, and as you guys get closer, the guard presence is pretty significant. As they all kind of keep a closer eye on you. And again, this is a very different vibe from Mountainside that you've gotten since when you're in your little like part of paradise, like everything was happy. There's like violins playing, everything's good. Out here, you're getting a very different vibe. You get it's a very cold vibe, and not just temperature wise, but even attitude wise. As you guys are, yeah, sounds good, Michael. If that works. You guys make your way into the throne room. In the throne room, it's opened up by this large black door. I think they're called French doors, where they're split down the middle, and they're open, and and you see on the side, you guys see dwarven guards lining this long black carpet that goes up, and two, what you see is here. You see this right here. You see a dwarf. It looks exactly like that, and you see two of his henchmen kind of sitting next to him, kind of staring at you. Um, and you see this glowing stone in front of him, and it seems to be emanating some sort of pulse, but you guys can't really figure out what that's about. And it is pretty cool. In fact, you guys do see like somebody left the window open. There's like snowdrifts in here. It's pretty crazy. As you kind of make your way forward, um, you guys are about maybe 10 feet away from this individual, and he says, "Yes, welcome to Mountainside. What are your names?"
I'm Gavril Nova.
Pleasure to meet you, Gavel.
Likewise.
Goja.
Gorgia, what an interesting name.
I'm Zorman Lightfoot.
A
Pleased to meet you.
a tiefling. You weren't lying. A tiefling. Get a load of this one. Crazy. Nice to meet you, sir.
I am Magaru.
I'm Varys. So,
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you both. And a cat person. I don't think we've had one of those before. How exciting. Welcome. Welcome to my wonderful, wonderful place. I have the unfortunate reality of detaining you. You see, we are very wary of outsiders. We want to keep our autonomy and our security as much as we can. So, as it has been said, you all will live here forever. I won't tell you, go on to meet your gods. But, whatever that happens or not, you will be here and you'll live in relative obscurity, and it will be great for you. It will be one of the finest things you've ever lived. Every amenity, everything you could ever want, you'll find here. I am your king, Orphist. It is a pleasure to be here. Do you have any questions for me?
I
Yeah.
wanted to step forward,
Oh, go ahead.
and I wanted to say, normally people who are wary of outsiders have a bad history with outsiders, and I want to come to change that for the future. Like, the past doesn't have to dictate how we are going forward, because there are outsiders that are robbing graves, gathering weapons, or looking for something, and they're very indiscriminate, targeting the surrounding areas, which brought us here to try and form a defense alliance, so that way we can protect not only us, but Mountainside and the rest of the other, cities around.
Where are you from? What city do you hail from?
We actually unified Greenfield and Tosco to create Pergium, and we all hail from Pergium.
Pergium. What a funny name, but all the dwarves kind of. It's not a very masculine name, I would say, but it does have a nice ring to it, I'll say that much. So, well, I'm sure you've seen our walls, and our defenses are quite good. We have every confidence that I can withstand any aggressive attack. We've withstood many before in our history from the outsiders.
I think this, I don't know, we haven't uncovered what they're looking for, but as they find it, as they continue to look forward, they continue to get stronger. Like I said, they're indiscriminate. They may target cities around, conquer, make their armies larger, may target, any ethnicity, dwarf or race, dwarf, ice giant, ranger, whatever, human, elf. They target anybody and nobody's safe, even if they aren't behind these walls or in behind these walls. Excuse me.
What happens out there does not bother me in here, nor will it bother you as you will continue to stay here. You can rest assured that you'll be safe from all types of turmoil and apocryphal things. I'm not concerned.
Surfston is gathering all manner of powerful artifacts, but eventually they will have everything they need to conquer anywhere, including Mountainside. You must understand this.
Your persuasion. Okay. Let's see what I roll here. Or you say all matters. That's quite troubling, I guess. I never thought of that. A unified collective going against us could be quite problematic. But
Not that they're doing their homework. They're going through every library, or every temple. They're collecting anything with any hint of arcane nature. I don't know if they're
Attacking religious figures.
I don't know if they're building some sort of weapon or if they're just gathering as much as they can. But it's just getting more and more dangerous by the day. It's gotten to the point where Tosco and Greenfield, who once had a very bitter rivalry, they sought us to unite them.
give me another
yeah.
persuasion.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see what I got here. Oh, that's good. Well, you're making quite the case. And then he kind of snaps his fingers. And he says, Gods, excuse me, he says, Gods, please leave us. And they kind of look at him and look at Frost inquisitively, like, what? Yeah, get out of here. I'll just speak with these people alone. That includes you two. Get out of here. Go play chess. And they kind of disappear. And he says, Yes, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're, anyways, he doesn't actually say that. He says, well, can you all keep a secret? I might need a little help. If you're willing to do something for me, to show your loyalty, then perhaps I could help.
What do you need from us?
Well, it's just so embarrassing. I'm sure nobody knows about this, and the thought of it is just extremely embarrassing. But
Can I interject?
Yes, of course you can.
I want to interrupt his interjection and put my arm around him and say, let's let the good sir speak.
But honesty, I think, is important here. Is this about Freya?
Oh, by the gods. You know about her.
Yes, in the spirit of to show our intent on being honest and loyalty, we've already been told about Freya and the frost giant to which she's married to.
Well, that prick, that she should not be married to him.
Look, he's just looking for a way out, just like we are. We're just trying to be honorable about it.
Yes, well,
what can we do?
I just need to know if she's okay. And make sure that that bastard can't hurt her. When he found out he hurt her, he almost took my life too. So and he kind of gets very serious and he says, if you were to, I don't know, maybe go check on her. Maybe take care of him. Perhaps. And I think it's time that we open it up. We open up this place, but I only want to do it if it's in a dire circumstance. Would you speak it to be? if you take care of her husband for me, make sure she's okay. That would mean the world to me.
Gojo, do you know anything about frost giants?
I don't.
I mean, you look like the strongest dwarf I've ever seen in my life, and I haven't seen many. But I mean, okay, frost giants.
What can we expect from going to
It
confront
just
him?
it sounds like a death sentence.
Oh, I pray it's not.
Just to clarify with the rest of the party, so we're being asked to take care of a frost giant. Like when he says take care of, does he mean like like take care of?
I don't
All
think
right,
he wants us to, take him to bed. So
tuck him
Ayo.
in and stuff like that. We're not doing okay.
no, I don't think we're gonna bring him milk and cookies.
All right, cool, got it. I understand now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Always a backup plan.
You just bring him milk and cookies. Hey, that's a plan.
Yeah. Hey,
Um,
treat her well, okay?
yeah. Yes, well, the husband's name is Emir. And I'm really worried about Freya. Sure, if you could go take care of him. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I would be willing to open up talks with this kingdom of Pergium, whatever that looks like. That's how much I love her.
I mean,
How many?
Go ahead.
What's his forces look like?
Who, Orphras?
Emir. Emir.
Oh, shush. He's just a frost giant. He has
Yeah,
no
it
forces.
probably looks like a frost giant, and that's about. I mean, that's
Yeah,
enough.
he has a big old hammer, and that's about it.
Is there anything you can give us to help take care of him? Because I don't know. I mean, we're strong, but we're only so strong.
I'm afraid if I give these to you, give anything to help, then it'll be obvious that I'm helping you, and it'll be wise to see what you're doing. And I don't necessarily want it to get out. Therefore, I think it'd be best to keep it on the down low. I will reward you handsomely if you succeed.
While we go, assuming we take the mission, I would say think about the second order of when she comes to join you. How will you handle the public opinion of her husband dies and 30 seconds later she's with you? If you are concerned with the opinion.
I'm not concerned. I don't believe she'll come back and live with me. I just want her. I love her so much. I want her to live in peace.
Gojo, you have a silver tongue.
All right.
Yeah, wait, it's good. What did everyone else think? Is this something we should do?
Always down for a fight.
Always down for my man.
I'm all about
Seems like the right course of
end
action.
state.
I want to ask Orfrost if anybody on his council is familiar with magic weapons or anything that could lend some insight into this artifact that I'm holding. But being that it's from Surfson, maybe not, but...
Well, he kind of looks at the dagger and he says, "Oh, a powerful weapon that is. That seems to be some sort of religious spell or something. Something from the gods, surely. Very, very fancy. I can't tell you what it is, but it looks nice."
Anyway, Micro kind of like slips it back into his garbs.
Okay.
I think we have a deal for us. Tell us where to find him.
Of course, you're going to want to head into the mountains here. Head about a day's travel, 8-10 hours, up into the mountains. You'll find it. It's a cave that's converted into a house, and that was where they lived together. That was where I would go and see her. It takes me approximately 7.5 hours to get there. I know because I love my wife. She's really great. Oh, I can't believe I called her my wife. Oh, that will never go over well. I digress. So, yes, and any kind of points it, and you guys have a map, any kind of points it on the map where it would be.
Okay. Well, thank you for the opportunity to unite Pergium further and to get us out and get us free. Uh, we'll do our best.
I would also like to ask, just for an additional assurance, could you tell me more about you guys' relationship so we know for sure that when we kill him, she will actually not seek to retaliate or help him in the fight?
Yes, well,
How can we be for sure she will be in love with you as you are with her?
well, I was out on our coming of age. And it's something that we must always do. This was many, many moons ago. Years even. And I stumbled, and I tripped, and I hurt myself. I think I may have broke my leg. The storm came in heavy. And as it did, I began to hear a snort. Some sort of creature. And this creature had surrounded me. I looked to my right and I saw these images. These huge creatures. Circling. Not one, not two, but three. Surely my fate was going to end here, when suddenly an even larger creature attacked them. And when she emerged, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It was love at first sight. However, she was a frost giant. I'm just a dwarf. She didn't think much of me, she didn't take a liking of me first. But after a while, I kept coming to her. She finally opened up to me. And it was like everything mattered when I was with her. Nothing else mattered, excuse me. This kingdom, this city, nothing. I throw it all away for her. And I know she felt the same way for me. However, we also didn't realize she was married. Another bloke. I don't like it. So, we kept our thing going on for a couple of years. Until eventually, he found out. And that was recently. So, we've been a thing for many, many moons. Many years. I don't think she'll retaliate and help her husband. Is that all the confidence that you need, sir?
Yes.
Cool. Anything else you want to say?
Is there anything you want us to tell her?
Yes. Tell her that I love her, and I'm thinking about her. And to meet me by her spot. She'll know what that means. In tomorrow. Yes. Yes, tell her tomorrow. We'll meet together. Oh, how fun that will be. Thank you. Thank you all for your confidence on this very delicate matter.
All right.
Just want to ask the party, do we want to try and like get there at night or something like that to maybe have a maybe advantage? I don't know, but
I don't see very well at
or do
night.
we just want to leave?
Uh, I mean, it gets pretty cold here. Can't imagine how much colder it is at night.
Fair enough.
So, I wish you good luck. Godspeed. And I will pray for your success. As he kind of reaches up, he stands up and he kind of walks down the steps. And as he does, you realize that he's maybe like 5'4", 5'5". So he's a little bit taller than the dwarf, not much. As he reaches out and he shakes each one of your hands. I'm actually both all in the eye. All right. Oof, had to sneeze. Yikes. All right, so, all right, you guys just want to, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to head out?
Yes.
Okay. You guys kind of gather your stuff as you guys head out of the castle. This time, not really under a huge armed guard. You guys are being escorted, of course, but um, not nearly the same as Orfrost. He says to you all, says to the guards, like, they don't really need to be guarded. They're working for me now. And you guys see the confusion on the dwarves' faces. Like, this isn't a normal thing. As you guys kind of like, look at us. No, I'm just joking. You guys are actually a good party. You guys wouldn't do that. Maybe Mikaru might, but nobody else would. Mac maybe too. Anyways, you guys set off on your journey, and you guys you basically head to the northwest part of the town, and there is a gate back there that nobody really knows about, but the gate really kind of goes to nowhere. And the gate is open for you, um, and the reason why, basically, Orfrost told the guards, like, hey, do whatever they want. They're gonna go out the northwest gate, open it for them. Don't even ask them where they're going. They're working for me now. So he kind of takes like some ownership over you guys, like they're mine, like in the same way that like an NCO might like oversee their troop or something. And you guys begin the ascent up, and some of the times, it's a very rocky. I don't think that's a word, but craggly cliff going up as it kind of like goes up like a what's it called, like a switchbacks, going up, and there is one part that gets super dicey, where you guys need to make athletics checks, because you're pretty much climbing up an ice face for this last little bit. And you guys have been trailing at this point for like 7.5 hours. It's freezing cold. You guys are above the clouds, even though it's still cloudy up here. So give me some athletics checks. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Um, all right, so how we're gonna do this is perfect. So you guys see Dameron, he just like easily climbs up the surface. He just like walks up it like nothing. Um, Zoramon and Maikoru, you guys are both very dexterous, but not very athletic. However, you guys are able to both scale the wall pretty easily. Um, Reese, you go to climb, and you are having a hard time. And so as you are struggling to even get a foot up on this ice wall, you feel a hand on your back pull you up as they're climbing with one hand, basically, and they're just hopping. And it's Chris, Gavril, this paladin in this beautiful armor, and he pulls you up and pretty much carries you up to the top. And as you guys get to the top of this little ice thing, again, it's freezing cold. It's a blizzard. There's snow everywhere. This is what you guys see. In front of you, you see what looks to be steps going up and then you see like these steps carved into stone, and then you see like ice to your right that seem to be cut in like geometric forms. That's what you guys see. So, what do you guys want to do?
Was the screen supposed to switch?
So after that save, oh sorry.
It is not supposed to switch yet.
Oh, okay. You were just describing it. Got it.
Yep. Yep.
So you said we saw some steps carved out of stone.
Yeah, going in front of you, and then you see like a geometric like square of ice going up like to your right, but like so it looks like something clearly carved into it, something. But to your right, yeah, you see like blue ice, but in front of you you see stone steps going up to basically where the top where the blue ice is as well.
Any words?
No words. Nope.
No words.
Take the steps.
Okay. As you get to the top of the steps, you look to your right and you see this. So if you guys want to put yourselves
Oh,
right here, and so Chris, you're the first person up there, and you see basically this large stone giant, or excuse me, frost giant, just grieving, just like you see he's just kind of wailing back and forth. He's just kind of, how could she? How, how could she? As you look behind her, and we see tons of Gojo just everywhere, like somehow just blazing.
I thought you were doing that. I
No,
was like,
no, no.
Mirror
my-
image.
Man, my jump was like it was glitching, so I just kept
Like you
loving.
just kept going. I'm gonna go ahead and delete those for you.
It's
And
a
he's
bunch
like,
of Agent Smiths from the Matrix.
yeah, no kidding. And you guys look and you guys see what appears to be Freya laying down, and she's kind of, and she's actually, and she's facing the wrong way. She should be facing this way. There we go. And we'll put her like right there. So seems to be laying like that. He uh, immediately turns and see you guys. Roll for initiative. Let me get the
Well,
initiative tracker.
was I able to see if Freya is breathing?
You'll have to use your turn to see. So hold on. Don't roll
Okay.
initiative yet. Don't roll initiative yet. Ah,
But you said roll for initiative though.
I know. I'm just trying to make sure this is right. Okay, go ahead and roll for initiative now. Sorry.
Before we roll, can I send you a message? Like so it doesn't count as my turn?
It depends on what the message is, but yes.
Ah,
He just laughs. Let's see this. Let's add turn. Okay. So that means let's go like that. Bam. Okay. All right. I think I'm waiting on a message. Am I waiting on a message? Yep. Okay. Okay. That's a spell, isn't it, Cameron?
No, it's one of my feats, so I can't get a
Oh, okay.
response, but
Okay.
I can just
That works. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, so but it is now Zoromon, your turn. You see this like 15-foot tall, just ginormous dwarf with a huge axe. Just or not dwarf, that's a frost giant, just what are you doing here? Looks at you.
I say nothing.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, you he like and you shoot you kind of level your bow off. It flies right through the air, and the cool thing is though there's a lot of wind, and since you rolled so high, you're able to like curve it into him as you hit for your roll your damage.
Wanted style arrows.
Now, were you doing the like setting your aim or whatever?
No, it always rolls sneak. Ignore that unless I'm like
Okay,
included.
okay,
It like there's nothing I can do to keep it from doing that.
okay. No, that's all good, man. Yeah, you do that much damage to him. As the arrow makes purchase like right in his calf, basically. So you shot a little bit low on that one, but you did hurt.
Yeah. Now,
Okay,
as a bonus action, I'd like to do the steady aim.
okay, okay, cool. Sounds good. What do you want to do now?
Um, I'd like to wait for my next turn.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, perfect. All right, next it is Chris's turn. What do you got
Okay.
for us, Gabriel?
I got some math I gotta do. Yeah, mostly just that. Oh, sweet. Perfect. I can get right to him. So yeah, I'm gonna run up to him. I will put my hand over my sword to make it glow as a cast magic weapon on it,
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna try to take a swipe at him.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. So you run up there and you as you go to pull out your weapon, it glows with this bright, hot yellow energy as you feel the light of Lathander kind of like just kind of like this warmth this as you bring it down, but something feels off about the attack. You can't quite place it, and you miss him with your swing.
Do be like that sometimes.
It does be like that. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Uh, cry a little.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, make a cry check. That's the thing. No, okay. All right, it is now his turn. And he is going to attack you because you are right there. Because why wouldn't he? All right. That's gonna be a 24 to hit.
It's just gonna hit.
Okay. All right. So that's gonna do. So he comes across with his great axe right across your chest. That's 29 points of damage.
Okay.
He's gonna attack again. And wow, wow. He goes to swing and he like hits it weird, and he almost drops his blade, but he does not drop his axe. But it was close, very close. All right, Varys Incogni, it is now your turn. You might be muted.
So
There you are.
yeah, I think I was muted. So you use because I can use my bonus action before I use my action, right?
Of course.
Or is that only after?
No,
Okay, so
you can do it any way you want to.
yeah, I want to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay. As you cast Hunter's Mark on him,
That.
you see the mark of your tribe kind of appear on his chest, like a glowing hue, just like kind of it goes on his chest as you suddenly feel like you have uh, like you have a one up on this guy. So that's your bonus action. What do you want to do next for your action? Oh, he
Let
needs
me
to make a
try and hit
save.
him.
Action. He needs to make a save. I saw. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. That's on me. So he goes to, and he does make the save, but roll your damn. Actually, roll another d20. This is crazy, by the way.
Changed it a little bit. There it is.
Mhm. Oh, okay. So, we'll let it ride. Okay, roll your damage. All right. You like center your bow as you send right for the mark, and you let it go. Learning from max shot, you kind of curve it through the wind just perfectly, and it hits him right in the chest as he lets out a. Kind of looks at you with disgust. You're next. After I kill this little man. As you crit.
So just
Yeah, go
oh,
ahead.
sorry.
No, it's all you.
For the hunter's mark, from what I'm seeing, it says I deal an extra 1d6 whenever I hit with a weapon, and I have an advantage on any wisdom perception, or wisdom survival.
But
I
he
don't.
made the save. So this you see below it says spell save DC 13. So I made the roll,
Oh, okay,
and
sorry.
he beat that. No, don't apologize. It's all good. So
Makes
cool.
sense.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, it is now Gojo's turn. Wait, Ranger, don't you have another attack? You should have 2 attacks.
That would be. Oh yeah. I'll shoot him again.
All right, yeah, do it. All right. Again, you center the longbow again. You hold your breath. Let it go. Fires through. Hits him. Similar. And that is how much damage you do. Okay. Very, very good. Cool. All right. Now that's officially your turn. All right. It is now Gojo's turn officially.
So I sent you
Yep.
messages about how I'm trying to do.
Yep.
Assuming it didn't work, but
Let me see here. Actually, I will say that you pretty much hear nothing. Oh, wait, no.
I didn't click the what's it called, but let me click it real quick too, so you can have it.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. And I know I don't normally do this. He doesn't normally talk very often. But O'Keefe, what's like the motto of our game about dice, O'Keefe? By the way, O'Keefe is our tech guy. He's doing amazing things. He's the whole reason why the stream happens. O'Keefe, what is our rule about dice?
The dice don't lie.
The dice don't lie. As you say that to him, he does get a save. Actually, no, he failed this. Yeah, that's okay. So he just kind of looks at you, and that's kind of all that you see that he does.
All right. So I use my movement to like move from the crowd, but other than that, I'll end my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Mikaru, it is your turn.
I was just looking up Hunter's Mark. I didn't see that it has a spell save DC on there, anywhere in any of the like UA books or spell
From
books.
the when he cast it, it just said at the bottom spell save DC of 13.
Interesting. Okay.
So I was just going off of that. That might be wrong. We'll check after the game.
Okay. I was like, because if that's the case, then why is my Hexblade's curse just like OPAF then? Because it basically does the same thing, and there's no spell save DC on it. Yeah, I'll check a look afterwards. Okay. What I'm gonna do is since I leveled up, I have an extra 5 feet of movement, so I am going to get up in his grill. I'm gonna go 45 feet or whatever this is to try and flank him.
Okay, hold on here. I'm going to. That got me worried about the Hunter's Mark.
No worries.
I think, you know what? I think roll 20 is wrong. I don't think that it requires a save. So yeah, roll a d6 for that extra damage. The hunter's mark works. So roll, yeah, for Reese, roll that d6. And then it'll be Micah Rue's turn.
Because they switched it to make it concentration. So if
Yeah,
it could
yep,
fail and you still have to spend concentration on it, that'd be effed up.
yeah, no, for sure. Okay, sounds good. Awesome, cool. Simmons, all right, what are you doing?
All right, so I kind of moved um, in there like
Yep.
swimwear, and what I want to do is as I kind of like get around him kind of sneakily, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my um, bonus action to put that on him.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of get into a stance, like a martial arts stance, and you kind of whisper an incantation from your mouth, and as it does, a black smoke kind of comes out, and he kind of inhales it as you feel your hex, like you feel he's been hexed by you.
I like it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that dagger that I've
Okay.
never used, and I'm going
Yeah.
to attack. Do I get advantage? Am I flanking him?
Yes, you do.
All right, here goes nothing.
Okay, yeah, you hit with the dagger. So for the damage for this, you are going to roll one. Actually, I'm just gonna tell you what you're rolling, so that way it's more of a secret.
Yep, yep, yep.
You are not Michael. You are Mikaru. Um, mm, mm, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh, uh.
All right, got it. Give me 1 second. I'll figure out how to put that in there.
Right. So you reach out and you kind of like you do like this cool maneuver and you stab him right like in the thigh, like right in the hamstring. And as you do, you see this black type of energy go into his wound as he lets out a cry. And once you roll your damage, we'll see how much damage you did.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that to private. That way, let me see if I did this correctly because I kind of edited it. So let me see if it rolls both damages.
Okay. Oh,
Okay, cool. And that 3 is just the straight up damage from Hexblade's curse.
okay, so okay, now Simmons, that's a good attack by the way. Um I need you to roll a D4.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Okay. Okay, now roll a D12. Okay. As you cast it, the black energy goes into him and then the smoke comes out and you appear right here in this space.
Oh, yeah.
Like you just like
Ah,
magically teleport there.
okay, okay, okay. Interesting.
Get a little wild.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. Well, the good news is I still had 5 feet of movement because I only moved 40 to get there. Um, can I get back up in his grill with my
Of course.
final 5 feet of
Yeah,
movement?
yeah, yeah. Do it. Do it, do it, do it.
And then I'm gonna do it again.
Okay. Sounds good. Make your attack roll at advantage. Yeah, you hit him again. Roll your damage. Okay. Roll a d4. Hold on 1 second here. Gotta do damage stuff. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Um, okay. All right. Roll a d12. Okay. You appear right here. right.
Nice. Still in melee range,
Uh,
or am I just out?
I'd say you're just out, yeah.
Okay. In that case, I am going to spend one key and take the patient defense.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
yeah, that'll give me dodge. So any attacks against me next up until my next turn, disadvantage,
Okay,
and
cool.
that'll end my turn.
All right, awesome. Mac, your turn. Zarmon.
Uh, yes, I would like to attack.
Yeah, you hit. Very good.
Okay. I have sneak attack this time, so I'm gonna
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, you kind of let it go, and it kind of sneaks around, gets him right in the shoulder for that much damage. He doesn't look too happy with just general, but
He shouldn't.
no, he you hit him, and he just you hit him right in the shoulder. He kind of like his blade is no longer in a defensive position. He's kind of brought his blade down, um, as he's just kind of you see these like tears welling up in his eyes. All right. Is there anything else you want to do, Mac?
Yes, I'm gonna use my bonus action to aid Gavril, and yeah, I'll
Okay.
but yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
He should get advantage on his attack roll.
Yeah. Yeah, he will get advantage. All right. Yeah, it is your turn, Gabriel.
So if I move here, can I reach her and stay within melee distance of hit?
I would say yes.
Okay. I will use a bonus action. I don't know how she's doing, but I will give her 15 points of lay on hands.
You go to lay your hand on her, and you lay on hands 15 points, and nothing happens.
Okay, noted. In that case, I do owe you a concentration check because I got hit. Ooh, I maintain. Okay, cool. So then I will start smacking this dude.
Okay.
One
Yeah.
and
You, oh, beautiful. Yeah, you hit with both. The first one, with your blade, you slash him right across his chest, and the second one, you slice him, basically making an X right across his chest, for 13 points of damage. As you feel a slight warmth from Lathander overtake your body. All right. Anything else you want to do?
uh, just kind of like scream at this guy, like, "What did you do?" Um, and
Okay.
that's about it.
Okay. Sounds good. It is now his turn. Does anybody speak giant?
Oh,
Okay. He lets out this cry, just this deep guttural Rashas, and he just falls to his knees, just in like just screaming, tears flowing down his face. It is now Reese's turn. Oh,
I would have
you're
understood what he said.
do you speak giant?
That's what it says on my character sheet.
All right. So you basically heard him say like something along the lines of like, "This is the end. How could this happen? My life has fallen apart. Nothing could get worse than what I've already experienced," is basically what he says.
So I want to speak back to him, because he's not like full on dead, right? He's just
Oh no, he's not full on dead. Yep. He's definitely still alive.
and just ask him what happened here.
Okay. So you ask him that, and he this will be your action, by the way, because you're talking with him, and he says, "I, I, I won't explain anything to you." As he just tears flowing down his face. Your Discord's really breaking up.
Oh, it might be sounding any better or
Now it's sounding better, yeah.
not really?
No, it's sounding good.
Okay. Um, can I add this in with what I was saying before, or is that gonna be that have to
But
be another
you can
turn?
you can still talk. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just gonna say we came to help Freya, and we just wanna know what happened to her.
You you come to help Freya, and you kill me, and you play tricks with my mind. You talk in my head. All right, and that'll be your turn unless you want to move somewhere.
I can't relay that to anybody, or that have to wait till next turn.
I would say you'd have to wait till your next turn.
Okay. That's my turn then.
Cool. All right, it is now Gojo, your turn. Let's see here.
All right, I'm pointing at him, run it back.
Oh, give me a persuasion. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what happens. He hears. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, because there's a whisper, so I won't say what actually happened. But yeah. Okay, sounds good. Anything else you want to do, Gojo?
Nah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Mikaru, your turn.
All right. Micro's gonna kind of like see him, kind of like on the ground. He's gonna move a little bit closer, kind of like get up behind him as he's kind of crying, and kind of like hold the black dagger like to his throat. And because I know he won't really understand me, I'll kind of like motion and point um, towards Reese's character, Vars, and just kind of like hint at him to start talking.
He doesn't. Make a
Maybe
performance
Oh,
intimidation. Yeah,
yeah. I
sure.
was thinking kind of like intimidating. My intimidation is not great,
Yeah,
anyways.
that's fine.
Normal, right? Straight up.
Yep, straight up.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't really respond.
Okay. In that case, as I'm kind of like holding and behind him, I'm going to use my bonus action to put this on him.
Okay. Did you hex him the first time?
Hexblade's curse, and hex is different.
Oh,
So
got it.
they
Okay.
they can. Oh yeah, because Hexblade's curse does not require concentration, but this one does.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
they
you
do stack.
yeah, you kind of put your fingers together as you feel this black energy just go into him again. He's just kind of just does he need to make a save for this? Because on the thing it says make a save.
Oh, it does. Hang on. Shoot, that's kind of weird because it doesn't say that on the spell.
That's fine. We'll just don't. Yeah, roll 20's been crazy tonight, anyways. So yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, cool. Anything else you want to do, Micro?
It says pick a ability check. I will
Mm-hmm.
say strength.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Strength checks. Okay, perfect. Okay, awesome.
That's it.
Sardimon, your turn.
Hmm. Okay. I'm going to attack.
Okay, yeah, do it. Make your attack roll. You hit. Roll your damage.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
They shouldn't count on that one because there's someone within 5 feet.
yeah, definitely counts. You kind of settle in, and now you're getting it. I mean, you know, like the curvature perfectly, so you're just bouncing it right into his chest. And right now he has about 3 arrows right in his chest, and he's just kind of on his knees, like not doing too great. He's definitely,
Okay.
yeah, like he's struggling emotionally, physically. He's in a really bad place.
Okay. I'm gonna move up a little bit and do that same thing for my bonus action.
Okay.
And so that should go to Gavril.
Okay. Sounds good. Gabriel, your turn.
Uh,
So you'll get
yeah,
advantage on this attack anyways, but
yeah. I'm gonna need him to make a charisma saving throw.
ooh, okay. All right. Okay, what does he have to save? What's the number?
14.
He does not make the save.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to make some circles with my hands and kind of bring them out wide
Mhm.
as I cast Zone of Truth, and
Okay.
I will end my turn there.
Okay, can you put Zone of Truth in the chat so I can make sure I know what it does?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right, sounds good. It is now his turn. With that, he kind of just like growls, and then he stands up, and then you're reminded about how tall he is, and he is gonna swing at you, Chris.
Oh, of course he is.
Oh boy. Okay. So that's gonna be all right. So fortunately, I didn't roll too well on this first attack. Well, the attack was a crit, but he brings his axe and just like crushes right into your clavicle and just splits the plate. As blood begins to kind of pull out, you take 30 points of damage from, actually, excuse me, 36 points of damage from the first attack.
Oh, okay.
Um, are you still up?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. He's going to attack you again. And this is a 20. I don't think your AC is above 20 yet, is it?
it is 20 exactly.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
so he misses then. He goes to swing. Wait, does Ty go to the attacker?
Yeah, it goes to the attacker.
Okay, that's
He-
what I thought. Yeah, so he hits
Unless
you.
rule of cool.
No. So you're gonna take another 17 points of damage as he kind of slices you right across your chest. He lets out a cry for the ages. So you are, yeah. So you took a lot of damage that turn.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of, everything kind of goes black as you fall down, and as you go as you go unconscious, the the feeling that you got from casting Zone of Truth, like there was a little bit of humanity in that, of that casting of Zone of Truth. But as that darkness hit you, that you almost had that feeling of regret, like I wouldn't be in this position if I didn't have compassion. in this instant. So you have almost that moment of regret, and that's the last thing you feel before you go unconscious.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. So next it is Varys, your turn. You see your buddy just got whacked twice and he is down.
Yeah, I'm not built like that, so I'm just gonna keep shooting from here.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, you go to attack. Again, you man, my range sprayers are killing it. Like literally killing it. You hit him again. Um, roll your damage. Okay. He with that one,
And I still add the 1d6, right? Oh, sorry.
yep, yeah. Yep. Okay. So yeah, with that one, he kind of like he lets out this cry. As you see, like blood kind of begins to pool out of his mouth a little bit. He's still standing. What do you want to do?
Aim for the chest.
Aim for the chest. Roll your damage. Okay. And roll your extra d6 because he does Hunter's Mark. Okay. You send forth your arrow, and as you do, it hits. You thought that you had the wind planned out perfectly. Like you thought that you knew where the arrow was going to go, and as you shoot, you see it kind of goes lower than you were aiming than the chest, but then it hits an updraft in the wind, and it hits him right in the center of the throat, and you see it go right out the back, sitting out. And it goes as he falls over unconscious.
I just look at Michael and I'm like, shot, right? Because he was still right behind him, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. They happened to get out of the way. Like they got out of the way. He ended up falling forward.
Oh, okay.
So now he's just laying. So he's taking up pretty much like from here to here. So he is dead. Not looking great. And yeah, so what do you guys want to do? Actually, what we'll do is
To clarify,
we'll go and keep it turn order. So we'll go to Gojo next.
he's dead or unconscious.
Well,
I mean, I'm
you saw,
assuming.
you saw him fall over. Whoever drew that is a genius, by the way. That's awesome. So he went unconscious. He's just laying there. So what do you want to do?
All right. So I'm assuming that now that an arrow went through his neck, his head is not exactly stable. So I want to cast Chromatic Orb, but I want to cast it at level 4.
Okay.
To get try and get extra damage or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Yeah,
I want to MLB make it cock back and heave this 90, if it hits 90 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour fastball at his head to try and knock it clean off.
So based off of that attack roll, you actually miss.
Dang.
And you hit back here.
Can I still blow a hole through back the wall back?
Oh yeah, it definitely hits. Actually,
Just so
no, it just dissipates. Like it hits there and just kind of for the sake, for rule of cool, it blows up some of the rocks. All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Nah, that's all.
Okay. All right, Mickaroo, your turn.
Mickaroo is gonna kind of run over here to Homeboy, and he's spend a key point to do Hand of Healing.
Okay.
Which
Yeah, do it.
is martial arts die and wisdom modifier. 1d6 plus 1. Ugh, gross. But hey, it'll get him up.
Yeah, well.
Wait, pause. Plus
Wow.
1. Two hit points.
You are up two hit points.
No,
All right,
no death save
so
for you though.
we are out of turn order. So congratulations, you guys destroyed that frost giant. All right, what do you guys want to do?
Search his draws.
Okay, yeah, you search his draws.
I
You
would
don't
like
really-
to disarm and then search the frost giant.
Okay, yeah, you take away his.
I want to go over to the girl.
Okay, so you
Yeah, and I wanna.
Oh, go ahead, Reese.
I was gonna say I would just want to do cure wounds on Gavril here.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll that.
My good captain.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Thanks, LT.
I'll cast it on him too. I got it as well.
All right. All right. Well, it sounds cool if you're the second person to do it, but whatever. So you guys, yeah, go ahead and roll that. So you heal 8 from Reese, Gavril, and then from Demerol, from Gojo, you heal 6. So nice, 14 total. You guys don't really. You guys find um, some look to be fish heads on the giant, the frost giant. You don't really find anything else. It's just, and then you guys actually hear him after about 18 seconds. You hear him take his last breath as he's no longer breathing.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Varys. I think it was Varys, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I think it seemed like you two were having a conversation for a few seconds. Is that what I heard?"
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah. So. He was saying that he was having a terrible time in life, and something about things in his head, voices in his head. And I don't know if any of you guys can do that, but I can't do that. So I think there might be a third party here that kind of messed us over.
As he says that, I'm gonna look over towards Gojo.
Gojo's looking very just kind of like,
Yeah, I was kind of looking over there too. Yeah.
all right.
If anybody wants to, know.
All right, why don't you guys go ahead and give me a perception check? Okay. Okay.
After you guys started talking about whispers in your head, Makoru kind of pulls out the dagger and goes, "I still have no clue what this does. Maybe it speak weird things when I stab him."
That's funny. So you guys are all kind of just, it's very, very cold and the wind is very loud. However, I'm gonna whisper to you, Reese.
So I'll come clean to the party and I'll say that so I am telepathic. I have feet. I can speak to other people, but they can't respond. But I also have a spell of message where I can speak to other people and they can respond. And so I try to persuade him and take advantage of his emotional distress and tell him to just commit suicide.
Ojo. And then I kind of
Hey.
look around because I mean that's shocking at first, and then I start hearing the a baby crying, and I'm like, you know, so I want to kind of look for where that sound's coming from.
Yeah, you look, and you realize it's coming from Freya. And you kind of go and you pull her kind of body back a little bit, and you see that in her arms, she is holding what looks to be a baby, and the baby is screaming.
So I'll pick up the baby.
Okay.
I'm the first one there.
Yeah, you guys see
Uh,
Reese pick up
I
a
don't know if I
baby.
have any oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, you just see
I
you see
grab
Reese.
any.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I
Okay.
grab anything from my bedroll or something to wrap the baby up in or something like that? So
Okay.
I mean, I guess it's probably part frost giant, so it might not matter. But
Yeah, the baby seems like it's not very it's okay cold wise. And but it definitely has it's a little bit longer than a normal baby. But it's also you can see dwarf features as well. So it's definitely kind of interesting.
There you go, Orfrost.
So, okay, what do you guys want to do?
Something. Never mind. I guess I'll say it after.
We need,
Sounds
we need to
good.
get this baby back to Orfrost.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna take my shield that has the symbol of Lathander on it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna walk out towards the edge of this cave thing where the
Yeah.
stairs are, and I'm gonna throw that thing just as far as I can.
We're gonna stop him.
You go and you see him walking, and you guys are kind of distracted by the baby, and then you're like, "What's he doing?" And then you see him, and you're like, "Stop!" And he throws the shield. However, as the shield goes out, you suddenly remember that there are some violent winds up here. And you see the shield kind of go out. And then it looks like it's going to come back. In fact, it begins to almost come around like a boomerang. And as it's literally coming back, literally right towards you, almost exactly like Thor's hammer, a bright flash of sunlight shoots from the sky and knocks the shield down until it falls off the cliff.
Why did you just throw your shield?
I don't think I'm meant to serve Lathander.
Why you question him, man? He looks like he's over here making some decisions about his life right now.
Just,
I feel like that wasn't
Just-
role playing. That's
I'd like
something
to
Max
also
would
add
say.
in. You telling people to
Maybe-
take their life. I'm DP.
I
Maybe
mean,
my
you're
step-
listening.
I tried to do everything that was right for how I saw Lathander. I showed compassion in battle, tried to gain a glimpse into what Emir was going through, and it almost got me killed. That's not the god I worship. And I'll leave it at that for now.
I know where this is going.
Dang. Dang, that was powerful, Chris. Wow, that was good. Yeah, so you guys now have a baby and no longer have a god. Uh, what do you guys want to do?
Mikaru kind of sees him basically denounce Lathander, and he looks down at the dagger that he's still holding in his hand, in his paws.
It just
And he's
stabs
like, Yeah, and just like, maybe when I stab giant, it whisper in his ear too. Ah, dagger weird. And puts it back away.
Oh, that was good. That was hilarious. All right. What do you guys want to do?
Can we like search the, premises for anything?
Yeah, you guys like search. You guys go inside the doors and stuff, and you search, and you guys are careful. You guys do find about like 225 gold pieces that were just up there, but really that's about all you find. Like these people live pretty primitively.
Did we find anything else on
Well-
Freya's body? Is there any letters or anything
No.
else? Like, okay.
Nothing. Nope. So,
Can I search her drawers?
no.
No.
You
Is
can't
there a
actually.
way to respectively, like with respect, cut a lock of hair from a body?
I mean, it's D&D. You can do what you want.
We have
Alright,
the bait.
I'm gonna do the best I can with cutting a lock of her hair.
Okay.
Respect,
Yeah,
like as respectfully as possible.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
you cut a lock from her hair, and it's about like 6 inches. Because I mean, she's a frost giant, so it's a lot. It's not too much to do 6 inches. And you do that, and you put it away in your pouch, and all is good.
I have intentions of returning that to
Uh,
the king.
Good thing, 'cause if not, that'd be really weird.
Just gonna keep it and smell it once in a while.
Love me
Yeah.
some frost giant hair. All right.
What movie was that from? Was it uh the one with Michael Cera's like taking on all the ex-boyfriends and like
Uh,
one of them. Yeah, what was that movie called?
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah,
Scott
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Yep.
Yeah, wasn't there like a weird guy like towards the end that like sniffed like Ramona's hair or something like that? Like
Yeah, I think there
yeah.
was.
Yeah, it
think
turned
so.
out to be like the good guy villain or something like that, and he goes around and he's like got like a piece of her hair, and he's just like sniffing it. That's all I can imagine right now.
Gross.
All right. Cool. What do you guys want to do?
Want to pull out my daily use of my 3 Mustang GTs and hopefully get us down the mountain pretty quick.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you pull out your horse. You quickly realize though that your horse is going to have a hell of a time climbing down the mountain. So once you realize that, you kind of dismiss the horse back, and then you guys climb down the mountain though, pretty easily.
Use
um,
all 3 uses of your horse in 15 minutes.
yes, yes. So now you guys make it down the mountain pretty quickly in a lot less time. It's getting pretty cold, and you guys do the best you can to keep the baby warm. Um, and you guys get back to mountainside. You guys come in the northwest entrance. The guards are waiting for you guys, and they kind of take you straight to the castle where Orfrost is. And he is kind of pacing in his throne room. As you guys enter, he kind of stops and he says, "Oh, what news of Freya?"
well, there's no easy way to say this, so just go ahead and say it. Freya was dead when we got there.
When you say that, he lets out. I would do it, but like my family's sleeping. But he lets out this like, "Oh no!" It just like screams, and just like he takes
He does
out
the Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, he just screams. Get down from there. No, that's Arnold. But
It's in
he
the
just
box.
what's in the box? Just tell me what's in the box. But he screams, and he just like he takes out a dagger, and he's not going to hurt himself, but you see he's going to begin to cut off his beard. Do you guys want to say anything, or what do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
But
No,
we
you-
found the baby.
I said everything I want to say.
A baby? What?
Yes. It looks like it has dwarvish features as well.
Dwarf speeches. He puts his dagger away and he says, "Well, let me see this child."
Alright, go ahead, Boris. You
Sorry.
stabbed him.
Sorry, I got some facial whiskers.
Yeah.
I thought you had the baby.
And I bring the baby up to him.
Yeah, the baby. He says, "Oh, I have a son. I have a son.
Could be like 6 feet one day.
I have to name him. What? I will name him Stonefrost. Yes. His name must be Stonefrost. Yes. Thank you so much." As he kind of looks at you guys as he's holding a baby Stonefrost in his arms. And with that is
Oh, I
where...
present the lock of hair to the king before we okay, all right, good.
Okay, yeah, you present the lock of hair. He's very touched by it, but he is more enamored by the fact that he has a son named Stonefrost. And with that, we'll go ahead and we will end the stream. So if you're with us this long, you watch the stream, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, you know the whole thing. We appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. With that, O'Keefe, let us know when we're clear.